explain. So what you just, what do you remember?
Oh, okay, Prabhuji. So in this course, I learned about Śāstra Pramaṇam. This is made of two words, Shastra and Pramana. Pramana is like, is this the right way to understand the knowledge, the right way? So, like that, I understood the Pramana, the like kind of tool which helps us to understand which is right knowledge and which is ayathartha jnanam. Yathartha jnanam and ayathartha jnanam. Then Shastra is the scriptures, which is the right bona fide scriptures. They are called as shastras. So I remember about the Devadatta example Mataji keeps giving in the session. So he was confused that there are so many things in the material world, in this laukika jagat, like so many things that they're non-living and living. So who is the creator of all these things? So he was confused regarding that. So that's why he was thinking that probably if the Laukika Jagat is there, the creator would be outside the Laukika Jagat, and that's why he may be Alaukika, not Laukika, not material. He is spiritual, and he is beyond these three modes of material nature. So there is a logic behind everything. So there is knowledge, logic behind the creator as well, which is given in the scriptures. And to understand um, this in a right way, we need the Shastra Pramana. So we need knowledge to understand anything. So Mataji told one sutram. It is Sarva Vyavahara Hetuhu Jnanam. So that was we need jnanam for every dealings in this world. Like whatever we are doing, we need the knowledge for that, for actions, and for even thinking, we need the knowledge stored in our mind. Then we learned about two types of jnanam, smriti jnanam and anubhava jnanam. Anubhava jnanam has two types. It is yathartha jnanam, ayathartha jnanam. Yathartha jnanam means knowledge as it is. Like Bhagavad Gita is as it is. Srimad Bhagavatam is as it is. Similarly, whatever, like to see a rope like a rope is yathartha jnanam, but to see a rope like a snake is ayathartha jnanam. That we learned in Yathartha Jnanam. There is 10 ways to know the Yathartha Jnanam. So it is Pratyaksha Pramanam, Anumana Pramanam, Shuddha Pramanam. These are the three main types. And then we have more and more classifications inside each Pramanam. So Pratyaksha Pramanam means Pratyaksha Pramanam means the Pratyaksha, what we are seeing in front of us through our ears, through our eyes. We are feeling it through our five senses and the six, and we are understanding it. And then we have the Anumana Pramanam. Suppose in someone else's house, we are hearing someone fighting. So we may think that there are two people fighting inside that house. But what was actually playing was, in that house, there was a serial playing, and in that the fight scenes were there. So that's why the sound of it was coming inside our house. So that was Anumana Pramanam. But these are 50%, these are okay. But if we really check these two Pramanams, it will not help us to get the right knowledge. So the best pramanam is NDS, which is non-defective Shabda Pramana, which is we get it from the Shabda Pramanam. And this Shabda Pramanam is mentioned in the Shastras like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. So all these things are given in the Shastras. So this Prabhuji, I could understand from my knowledge.
Can you say why this Shāstra Pramaṇam course has to be learned? For the beginners, how it is useful, and for the old devotees, how it is useful? Do you remember that?
for the beginners, many people they say that shastras is not important to be learned in the youth age. You need to learn it in the old age. It is not important for you now. So we can defend ourselves by saying that yes, you are right that we have to do our work, but Krishna says that along with our work we have to do work in devotion, and for devotion we need to have faith in the shastras. So Mataji said that first we need to have the faith in the shastras, that dridha shraddha will lead us to devotional service. So first we need the dridha shraddha for the shastras, then it will come into Krishna. So that's why we need it in our young age also. For old age devotees we need it, because the old age devotees they can teach it to the younger generation, and they can make the younger generation a better generation, because it is the future of our country, and not only our country but the entire world. So it is
Yes,
very important.
very good. And what is Smriti Gnanam?
Smriti Jnanam is on our past experiences, the Jnanam. Like Devadatta, he was like, he saw smoke. So he saw that there was fire, that's why the smoke was coming. And that's why he thought that, okay, the smoke is coming wherever there is fire. But once he saw smoke on the top of a hill, and he thought that there is fire over there, and he was starting to running away from that hill. But the people there, the local people, they said that there is no fire. Just now the rain came, and it all the fire was gone. So that's why there is a smoke over there. And he again I have made one more story of mine. So Devadatta, he went to a factory, and there also he saw the smoke, but there was no fire happening in the factory.
Yes, yes, yes. Rasapriya, are you there? Rasapriya, Rasapriya, unmute.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, Rasapriya. చెప్పమ్మా. Whatever you remember, tell me. Rasapriya, are you
Yeah.
there?
Yes.
Please tell. What you learned from this course? Any 2 points? See how Manasvi was saying. So can you, Manasvi, like that? Can you try? Rasapriya, say a little bit. Whatever you know, you tell me. Just a few points. 1 point. Yesterday, what we learned? Why we should accept Vedas as non-defective Shabda?
Because they always give us Yathartha Jnanam.
Always it gives Yathartha Gnana. Yeah. Always it gives Yathartha Gnanam. So why we take only Vedas as non-defective Shabda?
Because the other sources they can give a Yathartha Jnanam or Yathartha Jnanam, like we're not sure if we can give right knowledge every time.
Yeah. So that's but what is the specialty of the Vedas actually? Why we have to consider Vedas as what characteristics of Vedas are making they are suitable to accept as non-defective Shabda? Why how Vedas are special? Why we have to accept Vedas as non-defective Shabda? Why not other something else? So why only Vedas? what is the speciality of Vedas? So that we can accept them as non-defective Shabda. So can you explain why the recent recent people's conversation is there? So we may say Vedas are also recent then. How can you answer that? Manasvi? Okay, be on the unmute state. I will ask Manasvi. Where is Manasvi? Manasvi, can you raise hand? Yes, okay. Now, do you remember anything?
Related to what, Prabhuji?
In the Vedas, we have recent incidents also about the recent incidents. So based upon that, opponent is saying your Vedas are also very recent. So how you are going to answer them actually? They are saying Vedas are very recent and they have some beginning.
Prabhuji, because it is actually the Vedas are Anadi, because like Krishna is saying Vedanta Kriti has created the Vedas and they are Anadi. They are just like Krishna. Like
Yeah, yeah.
for understanding the father, we need the mother. That example. So from it is eternal. We cannot date it back how much before it was. And the second thing is because there was one meaning of the Puranas. I want to explain it here. Purapi Navam. So Pura api, because it is very old, still it's new. Similarly, the Vedas are there. They are very very old, meaning don't have any like starting, but still whatever knowledge is given, that is even now it is applicable. Like Bhagavad Gita or any other like Shastra we see, they also have a starting, but still they are very old and they have a relevant meaning right now. So it is because Krishna, he is the supreme lord, and he knows that what is the right knowledge, and it will be working for every age. That's why he yes this Vedas were there. That's why
That
they explain, Prabhuji. That is what I understood.
that means they are saying recent, like example, like recent battle, Kurukshetra battle is also mentioned in the Vedas. So based upon that, they are saying, oh, see, this is just recent incidents are included in this. Means it is a recently made one. This is just it is made recently. It cannot be Anadi. They are saying like this. So how you will answer them?
Prabhuji, like this Mahabharata, this came into the Itihasa, and this is like I don't know much, Prabhuji, but this is a Panchamo Veda, but still it is not exactly the Veda. The Veda is different. It is the Ananta Veda Rashi, and it was divided by Veda Vyasa in four. So that is the main Veda, and that was eternal, Prabhuji. This I do not know about Ramayana or Mahabharata.
No. These are also eternal, Amma. So these are also eternal. And these are also from the originally in one way. Today, Mataji will explain this.
Prabhuji, I cannot hear you. Your voice is breaking.
Okay. So thank you very much for your also for Manasvi. So thank you very much. So all the best for all of you, both of you. Hare Krishna. So I'm hand over into yes.
I was in mute all this time. Okay. Thank you, Manasvi. We'll begin. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to Shastra Pramana's course. Let's see, hopefully today will be the last session of this course. Krishna willing.
Maybe you can take one more class, Mataji. No problem. Monday you can take.
Avuna?
Yes. No hurry actually. So let them digest whatever you are going to say. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so let's get to the subject now. I was thinking today is the last course. So to make it easy, what I did was I just put down, because you want me to write it on the board all the time, isn't it? So I put down the points on the board so I don't take time writing them. I'll just show you and you will follow it. And then if you have questions, we can discuss in the end. That way we will save the time. So let us start. What did we discuss yesterday? After establishing that non-defective Shabda is the highest pramana, we looked at the characteristics of non-defective Shabda. Then the question was, who is that non-defective Shabda? For that, actually, first we said that non-defective Shabda is the highest authority. Then after that, who is that non-defective Shabda? How are we going to find out? For that, Srila Jiva Goswami gave us the characteristics of non-defective Shabda. Yes. And after looking at the characteristics of non-defective Shabda, we looked at the characteristics of Vedas. Just now we saw, like, it is Anadi, it is Apaurishayam, and it should give knowledge to everyone in the whole world. It should give all types of knowledge, Laukikam and Alaukikam. It should be able to correct other Pramanas. So like that. So the characters of non-defective Shabda. Then we saw what are the qualities of Vedas. So we saw, yes, Veda is Anadi Siddham, it is Apaurishayam, it is Swayam Siddham, it is Avyabhichari, it is free from the defects, it gives us knowledge about the Supreme Lord. So like this we established that Vedas are the highest pramana. No other Shabda actually fits into the category, right, which satisfies all these criteria for non-defective Shabda. Except for the Veda, there is nothing else. So finally, we established there, we said, yes, Veda is the ultimate pramana. Then we had a question about Ayurveda, Upavedas, which are not directly Vedas. What about them? So, because they also follow the Vedas 100%, we must accept them also as Shastra. Who's saying that? Veda is saying. Also, we discussed yesterday who is our Pramana. Is it Veda or Bhagavan? What Vedas say is the Pramana, or what Bhagavan says is Pramana? We said what Vedas says is our Pramana. How? Example, we gave the example of Lord Buddha. Buddha is accepted as Bhagavan because Vedas said. And also, we rejected the teachings of Buddha because Vedas said, reject the teachings of Buddha. Not that because Buddha is Bhagavan, now whatever Buddha says we will accept. No, our Pramana is always the Vedas. Then also we looked at why do we find recent incidents in the Vedas, like the battle of Kurukshetra, yes, and even recent incidents. You find descriptions of recent incidents. Lord Krishna's pastimes are found. Why do we find them in the Vedas if you're saying the Vedas are anadi? So, yesterday we also discussed in this context how the Vedas are anadi. So, we said that after Pralaya, when um, the Vedas disappear from society. Once again, on Lord Brahma's order, the rishis they perform tapasya, and by this they are able to once again gain that Vedic knowledge within their hearts. That Anadi Veda enters into their hearts once again, and in this way they are transmitting that knowledge to the next generations. In this way, the Vedas are, even though at the time of Pralaya they disappear, once again they come back into society. Hmm? And also we saw after every day of Brahma, each day of Brahma is called a kalpa. At the end of the day, there is a pralaya. Then again, the next day, he has to recreate. How is he doing that recreation? That is also based on the Vedas, the same procedure. Then one more question here is, all this is actually establishing that the Vedas are anadi, right? It's not that they are created at any point. Then the next point is, which comes first? Vedas come first, or creation comes first? Vedas are first, creation comes later. So for that we saw how after one lifetime of one Brahma, that means when this universe is annihilated, and when everything enters into Karanodakashaya Vishnu, once again, when there is new creation, there is new Brahma in the universe. But that Brahma is creating everything exactly as it was in the previous universes. How is he able to create everything? All that was destroyed, isn't it? How is he creating? This item only has to be water, and there should be only one sun, one moon, there should be Prajapatis, there should be demigods, the head of demigods is Indra, so on and so forth. How he is doing all this? The reference is the Vedas. He's chanting the mantras from the Vedas, and the words in the mantras they have potency. The word has the potency to indicate the object. There is an eternal relationship between the object and the word. So even though the object is destroyed, by the potency of that word, by uttering that mantra, those objects are recreated once again. What does this tell us? That the Vedas are there before, based on the Vedas, creation is happening. And also, Brahmaji, he names all the objects. First, he creates by chanting mantras, then, after creating, he names them. He gives name not only to the things that he creates, but also things that were already there, like the planetary systems were already existing before Brahmaji created there on the body of Virata Purusha. He names them also. So, finally, the conclusion is whatever there is within this entire creation and also outside of this creation, nothing is unknown to the Vedas. The Vedas have complete knowledge. So therefore, the Vedas don't need to be validated by somebody else. The Vedas don't need to be validated by Pratyaksha Anumana Pramanas. On the contrary, because the Vedas have all knowledge, they are qualified to correct Pratyaksha Anumana Pramanas. The Vedas don't need. The Vedas are completely self-evident, right? They don't need any validation from others. When a statement is said in the Vedas, that is final. It doesn't, you don't need someone else to authenticate it. No, it is already final. Like this we saw. Then also we saw, we find in the, so these are all objections. Okay, what is the objection here? Why do you find recent incidents in the Vedas? So in that context, we are establishing how the Veda is superior, right? The knowledge of the Veda is all complete, all inclusive, and also it is anadi, hmm, and it is independent. Then we said that you find recent, conversations between recent sages, right? Recent people that we know, their conversations are found in the Vedas. What is this? Why do we find in Vedas always there is a conversation between two people? So there also we saw, because that makes the subject matter easily understandable. That's why. And finally, why we see recent incidents? If we are seeing, so this is an objection. If you are seeing recent incidents in Vedas, that means the Vedas are written after the incident has happened, and you are claiming that the Vedas are anadi, they are there from beginning. But here we see there's description of things that happened yesterday. That means you must have written, someone must have written it after it happened. How you are saying it is anadi? Then we understood, no, no. Whatever is there in the Vedas, it is like a script of a play, of a drama, right? First the script is written, or like a movie. First the script is written, and then the movie is made, and then the drama is played. Similarly, the script is eternally there, and then the characters are selected. The characters are there. The people who will play those roles will be selected, and of course there will be eternal characters who will be playing. So in this way, it is shown, it is justified why we see even recent incidents in the Vedas. So here you may get other questions. So that means Vedas cover everything. They will have even activities, your activities, my activities, right? Manasvi will be there, and Rasapriya will be there, and Archana Bhakti Mataji will be there, Venugopal Prabhu, all of us will be there in the Vedas. No, no, it won't be there, because we are not, uh, we are not great personalities. The Supreme Lord and his associates, and also those roles that are associated with his pastimes, they will be there in the Vedas, and that will be repeated at regular intervals. And sometimes you may say that, oh, sometimes there will be, people tell about our future also, right? Sometimes you can find in some scriptures, you'll find that they are saying about your past life, so many lives before, or your future life. They're predicting how they're doing that. That is based on some siddhi, right? By attaining some siddhi. Again, how you get siddhi? By following the systems given in the Vedas only, you'll get siddhi. By that siddhi, then you are able to actually predict the future. But just because somebody is able to do that, tell you your future, it doesn't make that person Bhagavan. One person is accepted as Bhagavan only when that person is established as such in the Vedas. That's our only proof that somebody is Bhagavan. So like that. So now that will bring us to today's topic. Uh, so authenticity of Vedas is established in the Vedas itself. That the Vedas are authentic is established in the Vedas itself, and you can also see it directly. For example, we have Ayurveda, Vastu Shastra, then you have yoga systems. Aren't we getting benefit from Ayurveda? By practicing Ayurveda, aren't we getting our diseases cured? By Vastu Shastra, you have an example, many examples, but one example is many, many, many thousands of years old. There's in a temple in Cambodia, Angkor Wat, right? And it is built based on Vastu Shastra. It is so intricate, so perfect. Our modern, architects and builders, they are not able to understand how it is constructed. What to speak of rebuilding it? They cannot even repair it, because they cannot even touch. So this is the extent of our Vedic knowledge. It is far, far, far superior to the knowledge that we get with our pratyaksha and anumana pramanas. They cannot even touch. Then also yoga. All over the world there is yoga now. Everyone is practicing yoga for fitness. So we are seeing the benefits how of the Vedas, how they are helping us. So we should only accept those systems which are approved by the Vedas, because the Vedas are the ultimate pramana. Our lifestyle should be molded according to the instructions given in the Vedas. One second. Chat. Okay. Yeah. So our lifestyle should be according to the systems that are given in the Vedas. And if you any activity or any book which is actually not according, which is not following the Vedas, you must reject it, because that is only going to give you ayathartha jnanam, right? Or it is not going to give you yathartha jnanam all the time. It is not trustworthy. If you follow that type of lifestyle, it is only going to keep you in the modes of passion and ignorance, and the result will be you will be stuck in this cycle of birth and death. But if you follow the lifestyle which is enjoined in the Vedas, and also one more thing is the Vedas give you uh, various systems are given according to what your aspiration is, what your goal is. So what is our goal as devotees? We want pure devotional service. So those who are aspiring for pure devotional service, Vedas give us a system how to live. What is the lifestyle that we should live? Daiva Varnashram system is required. So Daiva Varnashram communities are required, and this is the lifestyle which is given by the Vedas. If you follow this lifestyle, then you will actually get success. So Vedas are, they themselves are the proof of their authenticity. Now next objection is, there is people called the liberals, Hetuvadis and Tarkikas. Tarkikas means logicians. They criticize those who follow the Vedic way of lifestyle. They call them Chandasavadis. Chandasavadis are fundamentalists, and they criticize the lifestyle of uh, the people who follow the Vedas, and they promote that if you simply work hard, then you'll get all success. And everyone is equal and everyone must work hard, and in this way you can get success. There is no need to follow the Vedas. This is primitive, right? And in this way, what they did was they actually removed these people. They have these communistic ideas. With these communistic ideas, they removed Vedas from our education system. The backbone for the Vedic culture is our education system, where the Vedas are taught. The values which we derive from Vedas are taught. That is the backbone of a Vedic society. By removing that education system and introducing their own ideas in our syllabus, school and college syllabus, what they did was they actually managed in a matter of 50 to 60 years. Because you see, now in schools and colleges, you only study what they teach you. And unless you study and you get good grades, you will not be able to survive in society. You won't get a good job. You won't be able to live a decent life in society. So all your lives you're studying, and they are setting what your goals are. What are the Vedas telling us? The Vedas are telling us the goal of life is to surrender to the Supreme Lord, to attain the Supreme Lord. Love of Godhead is the goal of life. And they remove the Vedas. Now, what are they teaching us? What is the goal of life? You have to work very hard, and then you should get the best grades. You should get admission into the best college, and then you should get a good job, get a big house and a car and a bank balance, and sense gratification is the goal of life. And now, following their systems, that has become the trend in society. In a matter of 50 to 60 years, practically Vedic culture has disappeared from society. This is the doing of the Tarkikas and Hetuvadis. So now what is our responsibility? We have to once again recreate this trust in Vedas. How do we do that? By introducing the writings of our acharyas, like the Sandarbhas of Srila Jiva Goswami and all the other acharyas. The writings, they have to be introduced into the syllabus, school syllabus and college syllabus, so that we can gain that trust in Vedas once again. We can get that direction in life about what is the goal of life. Of course, there was also a lot of or some disservice done by the Brahmanas in the past at one point. The Brahmanas are the ones who are supposed to educate the society about Vedic knowledge. Because there is a qualification for someone to understand Vedas. The Brahmanas are the ones who are qualified. They are Dvijas. They study the Vedas and they're supposed to give it to the society. But instead of sharing that knowledge to the society, they kept it to themselves. And they wanted to be the elite, the chosen ones. And also the upper caste started exploiting the lower castes. So the lower castes, they were deprived of Vedic knowledge and they were being exploited. So they rebelled against the upper castes, against the Brahmanas, and they rejected the Vedas. And in this way, the Vedas became obscure in society. But by the efforts of our acharyas, once again, this Vedic knowledge was introduced not only in India but all over the world. Now, these Tarkikas have other objections against the Vedas. They say that there are some statements in the Vedas which are, we never see things happening like that in real life. They're too fantastic, right? So, for example, you will find statements like Gravanaha plavante, that means stones float. Mrido abravit, earth talks. Apaha abravit, water talks. Hmm? So stones are floating. We never see stones floating. Stones always sink in water. And their scriptures, the Vedas say, we find statements that stones are floating. Earth is talking and water is talking. We've never seen such things. That means it's like a fairy tale. And therefore they give the name mythology, right? Myth means what? Myth means fantasy, that which doesn't exist. So their Shastra is filled with such myths. So reject it. They don't take it seriously. It's not, we cannot accept it as pramana, right? We don't accept it as, we don't accept the authenticity of your Vedas because we find these statements. How does our Acharya uh, refute these, sorry, how does our Acharya refute these objections by the Tarkikas? See, stones float, Gravanaha plavante is a stuti vakya. Stuti means glorification. This statement is a glorification mantra found in the Vedas. Okay, Gravanaha plavante is a glorification statement. Glorifying what? Glorifying the stones. Stones float. So by uttering this mantra, the stones are being empowered. They are being given with the potency. Potency to do what? To float. Potency to float. So why the stones need this potency to float? Because a particular uh, task had to be accomplished there by these stones. Where do you find this statement? This is found in Ramayana when Lord Ramchandra was going to build that bridge to Lanka. So there, in order to build that bridge, you needed stones to float. In that context, this is said, Gravanaha plavante. So now, by chanting this mantra and also writing Ram Nam there, the stones started floating. And because of that, now there's a bridge. And if the Tarkikas are saying that we don't see anything like this happening in real life, the proof is the bridge, it is still there. You can look at the bridge, it is still there. So your objection is nullified. You cannot reject the authority of the Vedas because your logic is not able to explain it. Another statement, Mirdo Abravit, earth talks or water talks. What is this? Earth is a Jada Padartha. We never see earth talking, water talking. What is this? Actually, when we were reading about, when we were discussing day before yesterday, I think, about creation, remember from Karnadakshay Vishnu, glancing on Prakriti, all the elements are formed. Yes, earth, water, 23 elements are formed. Remember, these 23 elements actually have 23 Abhimana Devatas, presiding deities for each of these elements. So when you say earth talks, it doesn't mean that Jada Padartha, that dead matter is talking. Earth talks means that presiding deity is talking, that Abhimana Devata is talking. Water talks means that Abhimana Devata for water is talking. So in this way, this objection is also nullified by our acharyas. So the conclusion is, it's not that whatever is said in the Vedas, it has to be understood by your logic. That is when you will say that Veda is authentic. Okay, I'll take questions in the end, Mataji. Please note down, please. I want to cover this today. Just note down. So every statement of the Veda cannot be understood by logic. We already saw the example. Why it cannot be understood by logic, if you're asking? What are the Vedas? The Vedas are the potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is omniscient, who is omnipotent, who is transcendental. And you, the living entity, the conditioned living entity, you are trying to understand, and this Veda, being his energy, is also of the same quality. The Veda is also transcendental, that is also aprakrita. uh, And the statements of the Vedas, you are not able to understand with what? With your material faculties. You want to understand with your mind, with your intelligence, and with your senses. And what are these? These are nothing but they are made from the material energy. And even in that, the amount of intelligence given to you is just a small iota of the total intelligence. And with that small intelligence, if you are not able to understand what is said in the Vedas, you're going to say that the Vedas are false. This is like a first grader or even a kindergarten student who is not able to understand advanced calculus of PhD is saying advanced calculus is bogus, it is a lie. Because I don't understand, therefore it is a lie. How foolish is that? Then the next question is, how can we understand? Yes, okay, I'm not able to understand, but what is the way to understand? Who understands it? For you to understand, for you to understand the Vedas, uh, first of all, Vedas means they are mantra shakti. Uh, to understand that, you need to get mantra diksha. You have to be a dvija. You have to receive the mercy of the Lord in the form of potency, right? Your mind, your intelligence, your senses, they have to receive that potency to be able to grasp the meanings of the Vedas. Not only that, even after receiving that, when you actually apply yourself to what is said in the Vedas, that means when you practice the sadhana which is prescribed in the Vedas, by that you will get a realization of what you are actually learning from the Vedas. That realization of the meanings of the Vedas is the proof of the authenticity of the Vedas. If you're trying to prove the authenticity of the Vedas with your logic, it will not happen. Vedas cannot, the authenticity of the Vedas cannot be proved by logic or pratyaksha anumana pramana. We already said they don't need the validation, and it is also not possible. It is not possible for pratyaksha anumana pramanas to prove, hmm, to validate the Vedas. How can you understand the authenticity of the Vedas? By actually practicing, living your life according to the instructions given in the Vedas. And even to grasp the meanings of the Vedas, you have to first of all be blessed by receiving the potency from the Lord. You worship the Lord, you receive the potency from the Lord. Then you understand. After understanding also, now you practice it. You practice the sadhana. By that sadhana, you realize it. When you realize it, then you are actually realizing the meanings of the Vedas. That realization is the uh, is the proof of the authenticity of the Vedas. Now, what happened was, what is the message here? That by independent Anumana Pramana, you cannot establish the Vedas. You cannot establish real knowledge by independent Anumana Pramana. An attempt was made, uh, as I said, that these Tarkikas and Hetuvadis, they made an effort to completely remove the Vedas from society. Hmm. So one Mr. Max Muller was appointed by the British government to study the Vedas, and then write an essay on the Vedas. Who is this person? Is he a devotee of the Lord? No. Did he did he take Diksha? Did he get, like, is he twice born? Is he a Dvija? Did he get Upanayan Samskara? No, he didn't. Based on his using his material mind and intelligence, he is studying the Vedas, and even there he is giving his imaginary meanings to the statements in the Vedas, and he writes an essay about the Vedas. He says that the Vedas are written by some person 200 years before Christ. And then his essay is given to all the students in India and all over the world also about what the Vedas are. He is telling us what the Vedas are. And then he will give the name, the Vedas are mythology. It is filled with statements like this, Gravanaha Plavante, so on and so forth. So it is just simply myth. And we accept whatever he has said, we accept, oh, this is what the Vedas are. And based on what he's saying, we conclude that the Vedas are not authentic because they have such things which actually we don't see them happening. They're too, fantastic, right? Fantastic means that which is not possible. So we reject them. This is just like, we already read that Vedas are our mother. The Supreme Lord is our Father. Yes? So, someone from outside your family, someone from outside comes to you and tells you that your mother is of a bad character. That person has no knowledge about your mother. You have been living with your mother all your lives. And still that person who knows nothing about your mother comes and tells you that your mother is not a good woman, her character is not good. Right? And we, the idiots that we are, we think that yes, we give up our real authority, we give up our mother, and we agree with this stranger, and we also support them. Is this an offense or not? Therefore, our acharyas say we are alpa buddhi, right? We have meager intelligence, and because of which we cannot understand the Vedas. What qualification does this person have to comment on the Vedas, to say that the Vedas are not authentic? And we have given up the real authentic authority and we have accepted some false authority. And based on that, we are molding our lifestyle, our eating habits, our education system, our goals in life. Everything is molded according to what someone who has nothing to do with the Vedas is saying. We have accepted that person as our authority. And how is he deciding what the Vedas are? Based on his pratyaksha Anumana pramanas, right? So independent Anumana pramana can never become the proof of knowledge at any time. How can you understand Vedas? You cannot understand Vedas by your pratyaksha pramana and independent Anuman pramana. What is independent Anuman pramana? Anumana pramana means what? Based on your vyapti jnanam, you are inferring the knowledge. Vyapti jnanam is coming from your pratyaksha pramana. This is called independent Anumana Pramana. Independent Anumana Pramana is not the proof to get real knowledge, right? It cannot establish what is real knowledge. So, Srila Vyasadev, who has compiled the Vedas, so we already saw Vedas are our ultimate pramana. So, Vyasadev, seeing the deplorable condition of us people of Kali Yuga, has divided this one Veda into 5 parts. Okay? What are the 5 parts? I'll go again, later on I'll explain. But he divided the Vedas into 5 parts. And finally, he has given us the essence of all the Vedas as the Vedanta Sutras. In the Vedanta Sutras, Vyasadev, the knower of all Vedas, what are the Vedas? This entire creation is based on Vedas. Vedas have knowledge about everything inside this creation and also everything outside this creation. And Vyasadev, who knows everything, he knows all the Vedas. That Vyasadev is saying in what? In the essence of all Vedas, which he has given in the form of sutras, Vedanta sutras. In that he is saying, tarka apratisthanat. Tarka means logic. Apratishta. Tarka has no pratishta. Tarka has no significance. Independent Anumana Pramana cannot give you the ultimate knowledge. You cannot establish the truth. You cannot establish the truth based on independent Anumana Pramana. Then he is also saying in the same Brahma Sutras, Shrutestu Shabda Mulatvat. Okay, so if Tarka is not the proof for knowledge, then what is the proof for knowledge? Shrutestu Shabda Mulatvat. The ultimate Pramana is Shabda, is Shruti. Shabda Pramana is the ultimate Pramana. So that means the Shabda Pramana is Vedas. What do the Vedas tell us? The Vedas tell us that the cause for this creation is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Shrutis are telling, the Vedas are telling us the cause for this creation is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And because the Vedas themselves are telling us that the Vedas are the ultimate Pramana, now we accept that the creator of this creation, of this entire creation, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We also see, if you remember at the beginning of this course, I was not able to draw because my XP pen was not working that day, or I didn't know how to use it. Devadatta. Devadatta wanted to know who is the creator. That's where we started this journey. He had many questions. One question was, who is the creator of this universe? So to get answer to his question, we came this far. Now finally, what is the answer? Shrutestu Shabda Mulatvat, right? That Shabda Pramana is the ultimate Pramana, right? And that ultimate non-defective Shabda is the Veda. The Veda is saying Bhagavan is the cause for this creation. Therefore, Bhagavan is the creator of this universe. So in this way, this Devadatta gets the answer to his question. Shabda Pramana is the shelter for all Pramanas. So when Shrutestu Shabda Mulatvat is said, that means Shruti is the Mula, right? It is the shelter for all Pramanas. That means, you see, Pratyaksha Pramana, in Pratyaksha Pramana, there is also Vaidusha Pratyaksham. If you remember, Vaidusha Pratyaksham. Vaidusha Pratyaksham gives you Yathartha Jnanam. But that Vaidusha Pratyaksham also has to be authorized by Shabda Pramana. That means Vaidusha Pratyaksham, which is purified by Shabda Pramana, is accepted. Similarly, Anumana Pramana. Anumana Pramana, whose Vyapti Jnanam is rooted, is based on Shabda Pramanam, non-defective Shabda Pramanam, or Vedas. Now, when you say non-defective, just say Vedas. Anumana Pramanam, whose Vyapti Jnanam is coming from the Vedas, that Anumana Pramanam is also accepted. That means Pratyaksha Anumana Pramanas cannot independently give you knowledge. When they are taking shelter of Vedas, then you can accept their knowledge also. But independently they cannot give. What about Vedas? Vedas are Swayam Siddham. Independently they give knowledge, right? And Nirapeksham, they don't need any validation from anyone else. Okay, very nice. So what did we say? That by logic you cannot establish true knowledge. There are other references about this logic, independent logic, right? How independent logic has no significance and independent logic cannot give you knowledge. So there are a few references again from the same Vedas. So one is Katha Upanishad. Katha Upanishad is saying that this knowledge cannot be achieved by logic. Which knowledge? The Vedic knowledge. It cannot be achieved by logic. Oh dear one, It should be taught by another person in order to be understood properly. That means if you want to receive, if you want to receive uh, Vedic knowledge, you will not be able to get it by logic. How do you receive it? Only when you are instructed by a self-realized person, by a guru. When you are instructed, and by hearing from such a person, you will be able to derive this knowledge, not by independent logic. You cannot get knowledge by independent logic. Rigveda is saying, you do not know the person who produced these creatures, who dwells within you, surrounded by ignorance, engaged in material logic, uttering mantras to maintain themselves. The priests carry out their actions. What does this mean? Our bodies are made by the Supreme Lord, isn't it, ultimately? And He is there in our bodies as Paramatma. And the body is so, uh, you know, it's made with such expertise. In some places it is soft, in some places it is hard. How the heart is functioning, how the various organs in the body are functioning. But we don't understand anything. We don't understand the person who is living in this body, the person who is there in this body, the person who is created in this body, who has created this body. Why we are not able to understand? Because we are always engaged in material logic. And even if somebody knows the Vedas, he is simply using the Vedas to chant the mantras to maintain his life. That's all. To earn his livelihood. He's not actually understanding the meaning of the Vedas. Okay? Again, once again, unless you learn the Vedas by hearing from an authority, you cannot understand the meanings of the Vedas. By logic, you will never know the truth. The bottom line is, by logic, independent logic, you cannot come to know of the truth. Then what is Varaha Purana saying? This one. In all cases, scripture can be used without Anumana Pramana. Without scripture, Anumana does not have the power to know. So, Anumana Pramana cannot give you any knowledge without the support of Shabda Pramana. Is it the same for Shabda Pramana? No. Even without Anumana Pramana, Shabda Pramana can give you knowledge. Not can, it will give you knowledge. It doesn't depend on Anumana Pramana or any Pramana. Shabda Pramana can independently give you all knowledge. Vedas. That is from Varaha Purana. Again, there are some quotes from the Advaitavadis. Actually, we don't follow the Advaita philosophy of Shankaracharya. We don't follow the Advaita philosophy. But there are some similarities, right? In one case. Because you see, Shankaracharya, before Shankaracharya, what happened was the Vedas were followed the Buddhists. The Buddhists rejected the Vedas. And the Buddhists, their pramana is pratyaksha and anumana pramanas. They are very powerful logicians. Buddhists are logicians. So Shankaracharya completely smashed their logic. So this is Advaita. In that way, we are similar to the Advaitavadis. That we don't entertain the logicians who don't accept the Vedas. Right? So in this, one Advaitavadi is Bhartrhari. In his writing called Vakyapadiya, he's saying that a meaning produced with great effort by a skillful logician can be refuted by other more skillful logicians. That means now one person, one logician, one tarkika, he will establish some statement based on his logic. And that becomes the conclusion for that time. But after him, a later logician will come and he will refute this logician statement and he will establish his own point. And this will go on. And then in future, someone else will come. And another later logician will come who is more skillful in logic. So where is the end? How can you come to conclusive knowledge in this way? Can you ever come? No. Also, Shankaracharya, Sripad Shankaracharya is saying here that the logicians from the past, present and future, uh, uh, the logicians from the past, present and future cannot be gathered together at one time and place so that we could establish their opinion once. So these are all the drawbacks of trying to get conclusive knowledge through logic. What was the previous drawback given by Bhartrhari? That even if you establish something as the conclusion, tomorrow someone else will come and he will prove you wrong. So your conclusion today won't hold good tomorrow. That's the point. And what Shankaracharya is saying is that now, if you want to come to a final conclusion, you have to gather all the logicians all over the world, bring them all together and let them debate with each other, right? And debating, defeating everyone's, finally one person will be victorious. This is the conclusion. If you say, still you cannot come to a conclusion. You know why? First of all, they will never agree. Debate will go on forever. But let's say even if they agreed, there will be logicians that will be coming in future who may have their own ideas and opinions. You are not giving them a chance because they're not here yet. They are going to come in future. And what about those logicians who are in the past? They're dead and gone. They may have had their own ideas. You didn't give them an opportunity to them to come and present their ideas. Maybe they would have won this debate. That could have been the final conclusion. Or the future person who will come, that could be the final conclusion. So in this way, by gathering all the logicians together, first of all, it's not possible to gather them together. And even if you did, you cannot come to a final conclusion. This is said by Shankaracharya. What is the final thing here? By logic, you can never conclude what is the truth, what is the ultimate truth. You will not be able to conclude through logic. Tarkikas, and also uh, the Vedas. The Vedas statement is it apaurisheya. It is not written by any human being. It is free from all defects. So therefore, the logicians will never be able to disprove the statements of the Vedas. They won't be able to disprove it. They cannot refute the statements of the Vedas because the Vedas are apaurisheya. One more thing is, sometimes we see in the Vedas, there are some statements which are uh, actually explained using logic. Some statements in Vedas you will find they will have they will explain things based on logic. So now some intelligent people, so-called intelligent people say, these statements which are explained by logic, I will accept because it makes sense to me, right? These statements of Vedas, which are said according to logic, they make sense. I will accept those. But those other statements which don't make sense to my logic, I will not accept those. I will reject them. What do the Shastras say about them? The Shastras say such people are cunning foxes, jackals. Actually, I should say jackals here. I said foxes. Gunta nakka, it is said in Telugu. Anyway, nakka can be fox also. But they are jackals. Or in future, those people who take a portion of the Vedas as authentic and the others which don't fit into their logic, they reject. Such people in future, they will take birth as jackals. Who's saying this? This is said in Mahabharata. Mahabharata is part of the Veda, Itihasa, right? So you shouldn't do that. You cannot say that some portion of the Veda I will accept and other portions I will not accept. Why? Because every statement of the Veda is completely authentic. There cannot be any fault in any statement of the Vedas. Because you are not able to understand, you cannot say that it is fault. You cannot say that it is fault. If you say like that, or if you don't accept, it is your fault. It's not the Veda's fault. Hmm? Then now another another thing is they say, some statements are explained according to logic. So that means Vedas are dependent on logic. You see? That means in Vedas also, you see that some statements, like they make a statement and they support it by logic. That means Vedas are also dependent on logic. Can you say like that? You should not conclude that the Vedas are dependent on logic. There is two types of logic. One is called Shastra Yukta Tarka and the other one is called Shushka Tarka. Shastra Yukta Tarka means, as explained earlier, whatever is there in the Shastra, that you are explaining with logic wherever it is possible. Wherever it is possible, you try to explain what is there in the Shastra with logic. Shushka Tarka means independent logic. It's not based on Shastra. It's based on your Pratyaksha Pramana. You're giving some logic. We are not interested in that Shushka Tarka, right? Even when there is logic in Shastra, that is Shastra Yukta Tarka. It is only establishing the statements which are said in the Shastra. That type of logic is acceptable. So now we have actually come to, with this we have come to the conclusion of our course. So this course was meant to cover the pramanas, right? And to arrive at what is that ultimate pramana. So we have come to the ultimate pramana, the king, right? We said non-defective shabda is the king, and all the others means we have consolidated the 10 pramanas to 3. So we have pratyaksha, anumana and shabda pramana. So in shabda also non-defective shabda is the king. Pratyaksha, anumana and defective shabda pramanas are the servants. So now we have established that this non-defective shabda is the Veda, right? That is established. So should we end the course here? No, we can't do that yet. Still there are some problems. You know what? We know the Vedas. You will ask me, Mataji, so Vedas are the ultimate pramana. Where can I find the Veda? Right? How do I know? What should I do? What should I not do? So although our course ends here, I'm going to explain a few more things, but I will say in a quick way, the details if you want, the material that we have shared with you, that has all the details. How it is established systematically, it has. You can go over that yourselves in your free time, but I will give you an overview to bring you to the final conclusion. Okay, so let's go again now. Let's see, what is the problem? What is the problem if we accepted only the Vedas as our ultimate pramana? What are the problems? First thing, Vedas are not amply available. Yes, Vyasadev has given us the Vedas. He divided them into 5 parts, and then there are many, many branches, sub branches of the Vedas that have been uh, distributed to various personalities, and they are being passed down in generation after generation. How many are available to us today? We don't have all of them available. There's hardly a few Vedas that are available. No, all of them are not there. Whatever Vyasadev has given us, all of that is not available. That is one problem. So if you don't have all the Vedas, how you'll have all the knowledge, all answers to your questions, how you'll have? It's not possible. Next question. Whatever is available, even within that, whatever is available today, it is not easily understandable. See, for someone to study Vedas, we just now discussed, you need qualification. You have to be a Dvija. Uh, and the language in which the Vedas are written is very complex. Mm, Just to tell you, like one sound A, as you say in English, we have, short A and long A. That's it, right? But if you look at the Vedic, the words in the Vedas, one A has 18 different sounds. A can be uttered in 18 different ways, and each sound has a particular meaning. So, when you utter a word consisting of such syllables, can you imagine from one word how many meanings can come? Which meaning should you take? And first of all, do you even know how to understand? It's not possible. And what to speak of common men? We don't even know Sanskrit. What to speak of understanding the Vedic mantras? So it's a complex language. It is not easily understood. Second. Third problem is there may be a few people who actually understand the Vedas, and each one, whatever meaning he has derived by his understanding, he differs from others who understood the Vedas. That means there's a difference of opinion. You cannot. So, some people, okay, you will say a few people have understood, we'll go and we'll get Vedic knowledge from them. Person A gives you something, person B gives a different opinion. Who should you accept? So, because of all these practical problems, we are not able to accept Vedas. Accept means we are not able to take benefit from the Vedas as our ultimate pramana in today's world. Then what is the solution? The solution is also there. Itihasas and Puranas have the authority to determine the meanings of the Vedas. So, we are not able to understand the meanings of the Vedas because of the complex language. Itihasas and Puranas are not written in such complex Sanskrit language. That is simple language. Okay? And also, we said the Vedas are not amply available. Itihasas and Puranas are available to us. And they are they have the authority to determine the meanings of the Vedas. So even if you didn't read the Vedas, if you read the Itihasas and Puranas, you will get all the knowledge which you would get from the Vedas by reading. And also they are given in an easily understandable way in the form of history, right? Conversations and stories. You can understand. And it is still giving you all the meanings, all the knowledge which is there in the Vedas. So now we will leave Vedas behind and we will take Itihasas and Puranas as our non-defective Shabda. So are we happy with this? Not yet. Still, we have to continue. But the Vedas are apaurushayam. Vedas are not written by any person. They are coming out from the Lord, right? When the Lord breathed out, exhaled, the Vedas came out. They're not written by any person. Itihasas and Puranas are ordinary literatures. You're saying we can accept Puranas, Itihasas and Puranas as the authority. How can we accept them? Right? So now you have to see if they also have the same quality as the Vedas. Are they also apaurushayam? So here is the explanation. Originally there was only one Veda. Okay? Vyasadev is the one who divided the one Veda into 5 parts. Originally there was only one Veda. That Veda was actually called Yajur Veda. Okay? Yajur Veda. Now, foreseeing the deplorable condition of the people of Kali Yuga, taking compassion on them, Srila Vyasadev has divided the one Veda into 5. On what basis did he divide? See, this is a fire sacrifice. So when a fire sacrifice is performed, there are 4 priests. Okay? So 4 priests. This priest is called Hota. This priest is called Udgata, Advaryu, and Brahma. 4 priests are there. These priests, when they're performing fire sacrifice, Vedic fire sacrifice, they chant Vedic mantras. Each priest chants a different set of mantras. What Vyasadev did was, he took all the mantras which are to be recited by the Hota, one priest, and he named it as Rigveda. He gave that set of mantras to one disciple. All the mantras that are to be recited by the Hota, he called that Rigveda and he gave them. Then another set of mantras which are to be recited by Udgata, he called it Samaveda. Called it means it's already there. Okay, don't say now that he created Samaveda. So he gave the Samaveda to Udgata priest. And like that he gave Yajurveda. Yajurveda is all the mantras that are uttered by Advaryu. He gave them, right? And then Atharva Veda, all the mantras that are to be uttered by Brahma. So in this way he divided, he removed those mantras, right? The mantras to be recited by Hota, he removed them and formed the Rig Veda. Mantras to be recited by Udgata, he formed it into Samaveda, separated. Okay, he separated from this and he made it into Samveda. Mantras to be recited by Advaryu, he separated as Yajurveda. Mantras to be recited by the Brahma, he separated it as Atharva Veda. What else is there here? There are stories and upakhyanas in here. Okay. So those he kept as Puranas and Itihasas. He took them out as Puranas and Itihasas. Still, whatever some mantras were remaining, after separating all this, whatever mantras were remaining, he put them also in the Yajurveda. In this way, one Veda was divided into 5 parts by Vyasadev. Rigveda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, Atharva Veda, Puranas and Itihasas. So Puranas and Itihasas are also Veda. What is the proof? Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 4th chapter, text 20. There you will see Vyasadev. He's saying that he has separated, divided the one Veda into 5. The Puranas are nothing but Panchama Veda. They are the 5th Veda. So in this way, Puranas and Itihasas are also Veda. They are also Apaurusheya. So there is no problem in accepting Puranas and Itihasas as our non-defective Shabda. They are available, fully available to us. They are easily understandable and they also have Vedatvam in them. So therefore, we can accept Puranas and Itihasas as our non-defective Shabda. Is the problem solved? Not yet. Why? We want only one. We want one ultimate pramana. Puranas are 18 and Itihasa, totally 19 we have. We want one. Give me one ultimate. Right? So now between Puranas and Itihasas, which one is the authority? Puranas is the authority. Why? Because Puranas are capable of elucidating every subject matter which is established in the Vedas. So between the two, between Itihasas and Puranas, Puranas are superior because they can elucidate every subject matter that is established in the Vedas. So now we are accepting only Puranas as our ultimate pramana. Still the problem is not solved. Why? There are 18 Puranas. Which of the 18 Puranas should we accept? Some Puranas are saying they are establishing that one particular demigod is the supreme. Lord Shiva must be worshipped as the supreme. Another Purana is saying Lord Brahma must be worshipped as supreme. Some other Purana is saying Agni Dev. Someone else is saying Durga Devi has to be worshipped. Who should be worshipped? Lord Vishnu has to be worshipped. So which Purana should we take as our ultimate authority? Then, there are 3 types of Puranas. There's Satvika Purana, Rajasa Purana, Tamasa Purana. So there are 6 Satvik Puranas, 6 Rajasa Puranas, and 6 Tamasa Puranas. So which of these should we select? Of these 3 sets, which should we select? We should select Satvika Purana. Why? Because Sattva Guna is superior to Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Satvika Puranas are meant for people in Sattva Guna. Rajasa Puranas are meant for people in Rajoguna. Tamasa Puranas are meant for people in Tamoguna. Sattva Guna is superior to Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Why? Because Sattvat Sanjayate Jnanam. From Sattva Guna you get knowledge. What knowledge do you get from Sattva-guna? You get Paramartha Jnanam, right? You get transcendental knowledge about the absolute truth. You can get from Sattva-guna. Therefore, we should select Sattvika Puranas as our authority. Now, Sattvika Puranas are also 6. There's not one Sattvika Purana. If all 6 Sattvika Puranas gave us the same conclusion about the absolute truth, then no problem, we can accept. But some Puranas are saying Lord Vishnu is the supreme, right? And some Puranas are saying Lord Krishna is the supreme. Still there is some some difference. We want one. Which one should we accept? So here what is the difference about the Param Tattvam, absolute truth? Who is the ultimate absolute truth? Is it Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna? We want to know, and then we will select that. So to select that, now we are going to look at the 6 philosophies given by 6 sages. These are the 6 darshanas, okay? The 6 sages gave us 6 darshanas. What are they giving in these 6 darshanas? They're telling us what is that param tattvam, right? In these 6 darshanas, they're telling us what is param tattvam. Param tattva means absolute truth. According to their speculation, these 6 sages are giving according to their understanding. They're all atheists, they're all theists. They are all following Vedas. Okay, they're all following Vedas. But following Vedas, each one is giving his own understanding of what is the absolute truth. For example, Gautama, Gautama Muni has given us Nyaya Sutras. And in Nyaya Sutras, he's saying Param Tattvam is Atyantika Dukkha Nivritti, being relieved from all miseries. That is the Atyantika Dukkha Nivritti, Atyantika Sukha Prapti. Right? That is the Param Tattva. Like this, Sankhya philosophy is saying Prakriti is the one who is doing everything. Purusha means the living entity. Purusha is different from Prakriti. So you should not get attached to Prakriti. Then Patanjali has given us the Yoga Sutras. Kanada has given us Vaisheshika Sutras. Jaimini has given us the Mimamsa, Purva Mimamsa. So Purva Mimamsa means work is worship, right? You simply work and you'll get the result. You don't need any, that is the ultimate. Work is worship. And finally, Vyasadev has given us the Vedanta Sutras in which the absolute truth is established as Satchidananda Vigraha, Athato Brahma Jigyasa, right? So now, which Param Tattvam should we accept as the ultimate? Now, that is decided based on who is the greatest of these 6 sages. Okay? Huh. Vyasadev is the ultimate. Why? Why should we accept Vyasadev as the highest authority? Because you see, Vyasadev is the one who gave us the Vedas. Yes? Vyasadev is the one who knows the Vedas. He is the knower of the Vedas. And he knows more than Lord Brahma, by the way. Lord Brahma has only that much Vedas as he needs for his particular universe. Vyasadev has all the Vedas. And he understands the Vedas so thoroughly, he has divided them systematically. He has given us the essence of the Vedas in the form of the Vedanta Sutras. The Vedanta Sutras are his writing, his Kapola Kalpitam, right? His writing. He gave us the Vedanta Sutras as the essence of all the Vedas. So therefore, because Vyasadev is the knower of all the Vedas, who can know the Vedas better than him? The others also are giving from Vedas, but their understanding is partial understanding. They have partial knowledge of Vedas, but Vyasadev has complete understanding of Vedas. Therefore, we should accept Vyasadev's work. Vyasadev's work is Vedanta Sutra. And in that Vedanta Sutra, which is the essence of all the Vedas, whatever is established as Param Tattvam, we should accept that as Param Tattvam. What is that? Ishvara Parama Krishnaha Satchidananda Vigraha, right? So this is the highest form of Param Tattvam we should accept. Still our problem is not solved. We understood what is the ultimate Param Tattvam, but we want to know what is the highest pramana. Now if we say that Vyasadev's Vedanta Sutras, that is right, after all the Vedas he's given the Vedanta Sutras, that is the final one. If we accept that as pramana, the remaining 5 sages will say, no, we don't agree. We have our Param Tattvam. You are saying his, but we don't agree with that. We still say ours is the best. Actually, there's one more reason here why we should accept Vyasadev. Because Vyasadev, in his Vedanta Sutra, completely smashed the other 5 philosophies. He defeated them completely. He established his Param Tattvam as the ultimate, the highest authority, completely destroying, defeating, smashing the other 5 philosophies. Therefore, we have to accept Vedanta Sutra, right, of Srila Vyasadev. But still, they will not accept. That's one problem. What is the other problem in accepting the Vedanta Sutra? Vedanta Sutra is given in the form of sutras. Sutras means they are very cryptic, right? You need somebody to open it up and explain what is there inside. Someone has to give commentary on that. Then we can understand. Otherwise, how common people will understand? If you take Vedanta Sutra as the ultimate pramana, how they will understand? So we need commentaries. Okay, we have commentaries. Many acharyas have given commentaries. Shankaracharya has given, Ramanujacharya has given, Madhvacharya, Vishnu Swami, Vallabhacharya, so many. Now, which should we take as pramana? If you say Vedanta Sutras is pramana, we'll be forced to accept even Advaita philosophy. All the commentaries you will have to accept, isn't it? If you say the Vedanta Sutra is the ultimate pramana, then you'll have to accept Shankaracharya's Advaita philosophy also. That will not work, isn't it? So, now, one more thing. This Vedanta Sutra is the writing of Vyasadev, his writing. This is his contribution, his writing, right? It is not the original Veda. Based on the Veda, he's given the essence of the Veda in the Vedanta Sutra form. So you cannot say it is apaurushayam, right? It's not that the Vedanta Sutra is originally coming, right? What came originally was the Veda. So we want apaurushayam, right? How we can accept what is our pramana? So the solution, once again, is given by our greatest hero, Srila Vyasadev. What did he do? He himself gave a commentary on the Vedanta Sutra as the Srimad Bhagavatam. And in this Srimad Bhagavatam, he's establishing Shuddha Bhakti to Lord Sri Krishna as the highest achievable goal in this entire creation. That's the topmost, that's the highest achievable goal. Shuddha Bhakti to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. This is established in Srimad Bhagavatam. So, what is Srimad Bhagavatam? Srimad Bhagavatam is one of the 6 Satvika Puranas. So, Purana means Purana is Veda. It was already established, right? Puranas, Itihasas are also part of Panchama Veda. So, in that Puranas and Itihasas, in Puranas, 6 of the 6 Satvik Puranas, one of them is Srimad Bhagavatam. This Srimad Bhagavatam is given by Srila Vyasadev after writing the Vedanta Sutra. So, the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is compiled by Vyasadev, after giving Vedanta Sutra, is even superior to the 6 Satvika Puranas. So nothing can beat this. This is the ultimate pramana, right? It satisfies all the conditions of the Vedas. It is easily available and it is fully available. It is understandable, and by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, it is available in so many languages. Practically, it is available in all major languages all over the world. So this Srimad Bhagavatam is now our ultimate pramana. Vedas are the king, but Bhagavatam is the Chakravarti. Srimad Bhagavatam is the Chakravarti Pramanam. So therefore, now we don't have to look for anything else. Our non-defective Shabda Pramanam is Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam, right? What else is there to discuss? And also you have so many supporting literatures, scriptures to expand, to reveal the confidential meanings of Srimad Bhagavatam, to reveal the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam in the form of the writings of our acharyas. So many commentaries we have on Srimad Bhagavatam. We have the Shad Sandarbhas by Srila Jiva Goswami, a small tiny portion of which we are discussing in the Śāstra Pramaṇam course, right? So Srimad Bhagavatam is fully, amply available to us to mold our lives, to get the highest perfection of our life. So that brings us to the conclusion of this course. Srimad Bhagavatam is our pramanam. The irrefutable ultimate authority for all knowledge is Srimad Bhagavatam. For both Laukika and Alaukika dealings, we must follow Srimad Bhagavatam. Laukika dealings means our lifestyle in this world, what type of dealings we have in this world, what is the authority for us. Whatever we do, those activities must be endorsed by Srimad Bhagavatam. We should live our lives following the direction given by Srimad Bhagavatam. And what is Srimad Bhagavatam establishing? Srimad Bhagavatam is establishing Shuddha Bhakti, right? In Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 5th chapter, text 11, it is said, Tadvag visargo janatagha viplavo yasmin pratishlokamabaddhavatyapi namanyanantasya yashonkitani shrinvanti gayanti grinanti sadhavaha. Pratishlokam, right? Here, every upakhyanam, every episode of Srimad Bhagavatam is highlighting what? The objective of every story that you read in Srimad Bhagavatam is Shuddha Bhakti. Srimad Bhagavatam is establishing Shuddha Bhakti, the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and devotional service to the Supreme Lord. Also, atra sargo visargascha sthanam poshanam utayah manvantareshanukatha nirodho muktirashrayah. Srimad Bhagavatam is talking about 10 topics. The purpose of the remaining 9 topics is to bring the reader to the 10th topic, who is the Ashraya Tattva, Lord Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Srimad Bhagavatam is teaching us Shuddha Bhakti to Lord Sri Krishna. What is Shuddha Bhakti? We find the definition in Srila Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadyanavritam anukulyena krishnanu sheelanam bhakti ruttama. This is the definition of Shuddha Bhakti, right? Shuddha Bhakti means performing direct devotional service, direct devotional service to Lord Sri Krishna without having any other motivation save and except pleasing the Supreme Lord. And that devotional service should not be interrupted by jnana, karma, etc. 24/7 you should be doing only direct devotional service. Direct devotional service means Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, etc. Direct devotional service, Sakshat Bhakti. And this should be done only for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord, not for liberation, not for material progress, not for any other purpose. And also, 24 hours means it is not interrupted by any other activity. This is called Shuddha Bhakti. Now, there are 2 stages for one who wants to do Shuddha Bhakti. First is the stage before entering Shuddha Bhakti. Most of us fall in this category, if not all. We fall in this category. We want to enter into Shuddha Bhakti. And then there's another stage where you have already entered into Shuddha Bhakti. If you have entered into Shuddha Bhakti means 24/7 you're doing only direct devotional service. Even if you're not able to do, you're endeavoring to do direct devotional service 24/7. Now, if I'm not there, what should I do? I want to go there. Before entering, our stage is I want to get there. The eligibility for one to do Shuddha Bhakti is you should be fully surrendered. Surrender, Sharanagati, is a symptom of Dhrida Shraddha. Dhrida Shraddha means what? Firm faith. Firm faith in Krishna, firm faith in Bhakti, firm faith that I am an eternal servant of the Supreme Lord. I don't have to do anything else save and accept devotional service to the Lord. This is Dhrida Shraddha. When someone has this Dhrida Shraddha, only then will he be able to surrender to the Lord. When he surrenders, that's when he can begin pure devotional service. Now, how to cultivate this Dhrida Shraddha? For cultivating Dhrida Shraddha, we need to hear from Bhakti Shastras, especially Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. But not only that, we have to do that in the association of pure devotees. In the association of pure devotees, or also in the association of those devotees who are aspiring to be pure devotees. And because we are not doing pure devotional service yet, that means we still have to do some karma, isn't it? That means our devotional service is still interrupted by some karma. Or we are doing karma mostly and 2 hours a day we are chanting Hare Krishna, let's say. That karma also must be according to the guidelines given in Srimad Bhagavatam. Our karma should not be against the injunctions of Srimad Bhagavatam. If our karma is against the injunctions of Srimad Bhagavatam, what will happen? We will be under the influence of the modes of passion and ignorance. When you are under the influence of the modes of passion and ignorance, even though you are hearing from Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, you won't be able to grasp the message as it is. You hear something, you'll conclude something else. You will take some other meaning. And if you don't understand the message as it is, that means you're not understanding the conclusion of the scripture. If you don't understand the conclusion of the scripture, you won't have Dhrida Shraddha, you won't be able to surrender, you won't enter into pure devotional service. So it is very important that we remain in the mode of goodness. Even when we are working, even when we are working for our livelihood, we should be in the mode of goodness. How can we be in the mode of goodness? Then that work should be according to the systems which are given in Srimad Bhagavatam, which are supported in Srimad Bhagavatam, in 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, also in the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, we will see what are the duties for the various varnas, various ashramas, what type of livelihood one should take up. And if we live according to that lifestyle, then we will be in the mode of goodness. And when we are in the mode of goodness, and also if we are in the association of devotees, and if we are hearing from Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam, then very swiftly we will be able to build our Dhrida Shraddha and we can begin pure devotional service. And then we can move up towards Krishna Prema and ultimately get love of Godhead and go back to Krishna, isn't it? So now the question is, how can we live this lifestyle in this today's world? Even if I want to, I'm not able to live, isn't it? I want to live, but I'm not able to live. I need to pay my bills for my apartment. I need to send my children to school. And for that, I need money. I have to work outside. Therefore, the solution is also given by our acharyas. The solution is we should have our own devotee communities called Daiva Varnashrama communities. This is the solution. Where devotees will come, they will live together. Then for you to live together in your own communities, you should have your own, you should be self-sufficient, right? What all do you need to live? You should have your medical facilities, you should have your schools, you should have your food, you should have your clothing, right? And you should have someone who knows how to build the houses and someone who knows how to make the pots, right? Everything. You should have all these. That's when you can have a society. Self-sufficient, not depending on outside. Now, for you to do that, what do you need? You need skills about all these various activities, right? It's knowledge, Ayurveda, right? Then Gurukul system and the subjects that are to be taught there. What else? How to protect your community. If somebody is attacking from outside, how do you protect? You need kshatriyas, administrators. Everything is there in the scripture. Just we have to live our lifestyle according to. Otherwise, what is the use of studying this course, Śāstra Pramaṇam? We are saying Shastra is the authority, but after studying this, we'll get our certificate, put it on the shelf, and we'll go about our lives, go do our jobs. What is the value? We just now read. You first hear from the Vedas, then you have to actually apply it. That's when you'll get the realization. So whatever we have studied, now we have to apply it, isn't it? So to apply it, we have to change our lifestyle. How do we change our lifestyle? Now immediately should we stop everything? It's 10 o'clock, but the course is over. This is extra material, so I think I can go over time. Please forgive me for that. 10 o'clock means you're 8:30. So then uh, how do we start our communities? A roadmap is given for that also. How should we actually begin? We are not suggesting that, in a very uh, immature way, just drop everything and go and jump on the field and you start living there, and after a few days you're not able to sustain and you come back. That's not what is suggested here by our acharyas. That's not the way to do it. Some devotees have tried that in the past and they have failed. So the way to do it is, everything is said. You read Srila Prabhupada's purpose, it's all said in the purpose. And also in his conversations. If you hear Srila Prabhupada's morning walks, his conversations, you will see. Srila Prabhupada says, you start Varnashram college. Start Varnashram college. What is a Varnashram college? Before Varnashram college, now first we need Varnashram research groups. What is a Varnashram research group? Like all of us. We come together and we talk about it. We talk about what we are doing right now, right? And in this Varnashram group, every temple, every center, all of you are from all over the world, different parts of the world, associated with some temple. You have your congregation, your devotees. you come together regularly. Every Sunday you meet. So on Sundays when you meet for an hour or two, or let's say for 1 hour or half an hour, you come together and each one you talk about this. So to start, the beginning of this is there is a book which gives all the quotes of Srila Prabhupada speaking about Varnashrama. That will be shared in the group. Okay? Speaking about Varnashrama. This book, just come together and read this book. What is the vision of the Acharya? Right? How are we supposed to lead our lives? How are we supposed to start this Varnashram community? What is his vision? You read. And then the next thing is, now if we want to start our community, we need skills for that. Where will we get skills? Now, first we said we need Varnashram college. College means you will need teachers. Who will be the teachers? We cannot import them from heavens or somewhere. From amongst us, we have to become the teachers, isn't it? So first, each one, according to your interest or availability, you develop some skills in various fields. Someone gets some skills about Ayurveda, someone else studies Sanskrit, or someone else studies about building homes or gardening, growing food, right? So on and so forth. So whatever we need in a community to live self-sufficiently, whatever we need, each person should start doing research and gathering information. This is step one. These are called Varnashram groups. And also this information can be shared amongst groups. Like one temple, one group may not be doing all research. You do in some fields, but in some other temple, some other group, they did research in some other field. You exchange this knowledge, isn't it? And finally, then you educate the other members in the congregation also in the skills which you have learned. Now you educate them also. That's when now you have your Varnashram college. Varnashram college means now these people, these devotees who have learned the skills, they become the teachers and they teach those skills to the students, right? And after this, when we feel that yes, now we are ready to actually start our community, the grihasthas, they will buy their own land somewhere. And there also, it's not that you just jump right away. uh, People will still be working here, and maybe one or two families who are able to go and live there full time and live that lifestyle, and the devotees working here, they will be supporting them so that they can live that lifestyle. And gradually, others also can move that community as the community is developing more and becoming completely self-sufficient. Then we will have our own education systems, we will have our own administration, everything. All that will be run by the grihasthas. It is their own community. This is the vision for Daiva Varnashram communities. This is also called, there is what is called Gita Nagari essay, right? The Gita Nagari community that we know of, it is started with the same principle. Daiva Varnashram community, a self-sufficient community. But what is the goal of this community? We all want to come to pure devotional service, which is established in Srimad Bhagavatam. So this type of lifestyle is the lifestyle which is living according to Srimad Bhagavatam. Then you will get all success. Then we are actually living according to the ultimate pramana. There are many, many more things to, yeah. So Prabhuji is speaking about Varnashrama. You can download this book. It's in the chat. Um, so yeah. Oh, finally, I must say about His Grace Venugopal Prabhu. I should have said in the beginning itself, but His Grace Venugopal Prabhu is the co-minister. He's the co-minister for ISKCON Daiva Varnashram Ministry, India, and he is the headquarters of this ministry is in Mayapur. And this whole idea that ladies should have their own platform where they can come together and study Shastra, where ladies are teaching and ladies are studying and empowering each other. This is his vision. He's here simply to help us, to make sure that we are going in the right way. It's like, when a father is teaching a child how to drive a bicycle, initially he will be holding in the back and running behind, isn't it? But once the child is confident, the father lets go and the child goes. So that's what he is doing here. So please don't have any reservations or concerns. What is a Prabhu doing in this ladies gathering? This is his baby. This project is his baby. And he wants to help not just ladies. His vision is not just for one small group, not for one particular country. His vision is for the whole world, for all the people all over the world. Everyone should be able to come to pure devotional service. And the way to come to pure devotional service, considering our present situation, is by coming into this system of Daiva Varnashram system. Gradually everyone can progress and come to pure devotional service. So with that, I will end this course here. I thank you all so much for consistently coming for 10 days and keeping up with all my shortcomings. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So now if you have any questions, any comments, Prabhuji will answer them. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes,
So
Prabhuji.
really wonderful you did. Everyone came from
Voice is breaking, Prabhuji.
company to door. So okay Mataji.
Still breaking.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Still breaking.
Hare Ram, Ram.
Still breaking.
1 second, Mataji.
Yeah, now better. Yeah, here is good.
Okay, I think it is asking me to stand here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. My voice is clear for everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. So really thank you very much, Mataji, for delivering such a nice as it is, and you followed very thoroughly, and I think we don't know how much hard work you have done for delivering such a way this course, and I think many students they got the right understanding because of you, and very thank you very much from our IDM side also, and I hope so they will be continuing with you for further courses also. So definitely we will be expecting to continue further courses as per your convenience and our convenience and the convenience. So now every student, whatever they felt actually, how what they learn and about Mataji. So you have this gratitude of expressing your gratitude through so whatever you learn from her. So maybe some other way, sometimes comments or some questions, whatever you can have. So you can share now. So thank you very much. So we are already maybe some are running out of their time. So they may take some little time and just so give some comments or otherwise something else. Yeah, whatever the questions also, maybe last session questions, they can continue. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Kalyani Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances.
Please.
Mataji, first of all, I was really very grateful to be part of this nice power pack. That means power with pramanas, the Śāstra Pramaṇam. So I am really very grateful to you, Mataji. You make so much effort. I think because the delivering the subject matters in the footsteps of our acharyas is our duty actually. Of course, you've done it very well. I am not a I'm not a qualified person that to glorify you also. I am very less intelligent woman, but what I am want to say is by seeing a personalities like you, the motivation, inspiration came into our hearts to give the seva, because availability is very less in the present society. People are so much misguided by various types of philosophies or various types of other processes, and so it is very necessary nowadays to make the people aware about our knowledge, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and all that. And our Siksha Guru, Dr. His Grace Leela Purushottam Prabhuji, blessed me to go and preach to the housewives and school teachers, school students. So I started 2 years back, 3 years, learning sessions in online, and I am going to the schools. So then I saw the people are even don't know about Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So in that process, I was sometimes lose my enthusiasm to go out and their feelings, and it is very difficult to pacify the people to come onto the platform of spirituality. So in that our Guru Maharaj always blessed me, but still Prabhuji already said that a communication to in between the ladies, it is very much needed, Mataji. Actually, personally, I am feeling so many times. Of course, Prabhujis are there for us as like as father, and they guided us. But still, the intimacy, only feeling between the women. So
Yes.
it is much needed. So I think we got more and more association through this medium, Zoom medium. So a guidance and motivation, whatever we need for the time and circumstances. It is, but this really, this subject, Shāstra Pramaṇam, it is very needed to the students also. Nowadays students have all
Hare Krishna Mataji, can you finish quickly because many hands are raising, so because you have to please.
yes, Prabhuji, yes, Prabhuji. So thank you so much, Mataji. And only one question I have. Mataji, आपने बोला था वो elements are jada and the presiding deity is only talking.
Yeah.
So my question is, water, Bhumi Devi is the presiding deity of earth. Is it Mataji?
Yes,
Or,
yes.
okay. So elements personification is not, is it anything, Mataji?
They are
Personification.
Abhimana Devatas. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it comes, Mataji, at the time of creation, there are actually presiding deities for each element. They are personalities, transcendental personalities. Yes. So they are
Okay.
speaking.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Kalyani Mataji, and wish you all the best for the service that you're doing in your preaching work. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Thank you. Manasvi, Hare Krishna. Oh, unmute. Huh?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you
Hare
so much
Krishna.
Mataji for teaching us so nicely Mataji. I could understand very nicely whatever you were explaining Mataji, and the way you were explaining with the writing also was really great. And thank you so much Prabhuji for such a great initiative for all the women and those who would like to learn the Shastras. Thank you so much Prabhuji for your initiative. So I would like to thank the entire team of ISKCON Daiva Varnashama Ministry for organizing such a great course. Hare Krishna. Mataji, I had one doubt.
Yes.
Mataji, my doubt was that like the Vedas are eternal and we all know about the knowledge of the Vedas, but probably there might be life on some other planet in the in this universe. So do they also know about the Vedas? Is it possible that they know?
Yes, otherwise, how they're doing anything? For every activity, they need knowledge, and the knowledge source of all knowledge is Vedas. There is Vedas, and they know much more than we know. We need only little bit here. When you, as you go higher, they will need even more. They will know more than what we know.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, it was a great pleasure to have you in the class. You are in a small body but so mature. I think you're more mature than me. Very nice. Thank you and wish you all the best.
Thank you
Hare
so much,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Okay, next, Mamata Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam Mataji.
Dandavata
It
Pranam
was
Mataji.
no, I apart from the subject, I learned how to have so nice patience and have a smiling face always. So that I learned at least. So the course obviously helped me to understand many very detailed part, and I'm very happy that this type of thing is there as I am new. So it was I was not knowing that this type of forum is available something IDVM and all. Okay, the previous Mataji, the small Mataji, she said something. That's why I got to know it is Daivik Varnasam system. Otherwise, I was not. I was about to ask what is that IDVM. Okay.
Ah, ISKCON Daiva Varnashram Ministry.
Okay. Okay, Mataji, I have one. It's not question basically. You mentioned something in the initial class about the exam and all. Do we have any exam and what will be the pattern when it will be or something more detail on that?
No, Mataji. So all of your participation is wonderful. You will get anyone who has 80% attendance will get a certificate. And if you don't have 80% attendance, if you send me the answers to the questions that I sent, so that questions also only those sessions which you missed, you can send me those questions. I will give you certificate. Okay.
And Mataji, Prabhuji said about, he mentioned about the new further sessions on, this Mataji group and all. So this group will be active or will be
Yes, yes.
informed?
Thank you for reminding me. Please don't leave the WhatsApp group because if you leave, there is no way that I can communicate with you. If you are in the group, you will be connected to the community, and whenever there is an upcoming course, I will put it there, and you will know that the next course is coming up and what is the topic, and you can register. It is not possible to individually reach out to everyone, so please stay in the group. Okay.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mamata Mataji. Hare Krishna. Next, uh, Vidya Saraswati Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Namaskaram Mataji.
Namaskaram
It was a
Mataji.
very wonderful session to receive such a great knowledge from you. I was very much I'm very much interested in learning of those things. Till now, I did not have that opportunity. Now I'm very happy. That's all. And I have made one suggestion.
Yeah.
All Sanskrit words are given in English only. If it is given in Devanagari Lipi, we could have followed it, and the pronunciation as well as the deeper meaning, the depth of meaning also we can, the Sabdam Brahma, that is, if we say it in English, it is different. But if we say it in Sanskrit, that Sabdam itself will be a mantra to us. That is why. Thank you so much for delivering such a beautiful, systematic and methodical explanation, everything. It's a new concept to me. Still, I was able to understand it. Thank you so much. Words fail me. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you. I noted your suggestion, Mataji. I'll keep that in mind. And also, yeah, as I said before, first of all, this is the work of Srila Jiva Goswami and very nicely understood and presented to us by His Grace Venugopal Prabhu. I just repeated it, so no credit to be taken. Thank you. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Next, Samarpita Mataji. Samarpita Harini Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
I thank you a lot for this wonderful class, Mataji. It was so crystal clear, and the concepts were presented very beautifully. Language and your understanding is so nice. We were so much captivated by the way you were speaking and explaining. Uh, really, Mataji, I have no words to tell how nicely you have taught us. And you were always patient and you always had a smile. And I understand that you are even going late since you're in the US. You're even going late beyond a particular time and crossing all your comfort zone. So thanks a lot, Mataji. You have actually helped us by giving us this wisdom, this knowledge on the Shastra Praman. And I got so much of new knowledge, which I was shocked. I mean, Vedas have come when the world, when this universe was created, and still nobody cares to learn it. I was shocked. I couldn't really ask many questions and participate in the classes because I'm working, and I was like, somehow I managed to hear all your classes. First class I missed, one class I missed, and one class I got disconnected in middle, and I rejoined in the YouTube. Mataji, one question regarding the connectivity. I'm liking this kind of classes, Mataji. I want to learn more and more from you and your association, and I'm very happy Venugopal Prabhuji has given us the link. I was listening to the classes which he has taken, and I was so much happy to hear his lectures as well. So I thank Prabhuji for helping all of us, for supporting us, and for his great mission. And I pray to Lord that his mission is complete success. And I would like to take part in this endeavor, and I would like to learn more. So thanks a lot, Mataji. Hare
Thank you so
Krishna,
much.
Mataji.
Thank you so much for your prayers and wish you all the best, Mataji. Certainly, yeah, we all have to work together. It's not one person's job. When we
Yes,
work
Mataji.
together, that's when we can render some service. Thank you.
Yeah,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Next, Brajadevi Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Hare
Panchang
Krishna.
Pranams, Jai Shri.
Pranam Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for such a wonderful classes. And my humble obeisances to Prabhuji also for taking this initiative to let all the ladies come together and have a wonderful sessions. And even though I have attended a device classes and I have certain knowledge of the pramanas, but going deep into it, and especially I love the creation part because some parts were really eluding me, and now I have like a clear and understanding of that. And thanks to you so much. I'm very grateful to both of you, Mataji, and all the teams behind you. Thank you so much, Mataji. My sincere prayers for both of you to continue the sessions. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare
Jai. Thank you,
Hare
thank you.
Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Mataji.
Thank you for your answers were always, you had all the right answers all the time when I asked
Hare Krishna,
questions.
Mataji. All
Hare
glories to
Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada and all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis Mataji. Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Jai. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Sheila Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna.
I am
Dandavat
very new
Pranam,
to
Mataji.
Krishna consciousness, just from last 6 months in this field. So I feel always when I listen, when I go to the temple and attend the classes, they tell you should always be in the association of the devotees. And I really feel it is so important and nice to be among the devotees. Even in this class, I always feel it is a bliss. So every day I wait for 7 o'clock to come and sit here. So from Monday, I don't know what to do. So please plan one course, Mataji, so that we will be able to spend our a day, every day, at least this 1.5 hour, what we spend with you is like bliss. And it keeps that enthu in us to learn, and we'll be in that mode always. So thank you so much for taking out your time and sharing your knowledge with us, Mataji. Thanks to Prabhuji also for planning this course for us. And please do plan many such courses so that people like me who don't know anything will at least get to know that there is so much around. And we have spent, I am now 56 and I have spent my life doing nothing, I feel, just running and doing my work and going to job. So now I feel I'm doing something that we are meant for. The human life is meant for this. I have realized it only now, Mataji. So I'm so thankful to you, and definitely this technology is also so good that you are so far off and we are still able to connect. So I think Krishna has made everything possible for us, even in this age. So there is positivity in that also. So thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Vatsala Mataji.
Mataji, it is very cold, and it is a heartwarming presence of you and Prabhuji. Give us this kind of knowledge in the early in the morning. It made us into such a habit now. So if I don't listen to you and Prabhuji's talk, I think I will miss it forever. So you should make it a habit now. Okay, in the morning I listen to your lectures and Prabhuji's, commentaries and things like that. And whatever we started with as Śāstra Pramaṇam, now we proved it. This is the Vedas are the best thing to know, especially Srimad Bhagavatam is the proof now to go back to Godhead.
Yes.
So that at my age, it is really good. I think, it gives more impetus in my life to learn more and more, be on the path of, bhakti, and do our worship, do our chanting, and read Srila Prabhupada's books, and also great Acharya's books, Vyasadev book, and Srimad Bhagavatam on a daily basis, and please, I have not listened to your lectures before. Now, your patience, your compassion, your kindness, and smiling face all the time to wait for everybody to get the knowledge. It's very, very important and unique. And we must follow, as teachers, we must follow the same procedure as you are taking. Be patient, smiling, and wait till the last minute, the last time, to answer the questions with your knowledge. I know you have had the experience for a very long time, and we are very fortunate to listen to you and Prabhuji's talk. And when he was showing that Sanskrit sabdas, it reminded me of my father. He wanted me to learn all that master in Sanskrit, but I didn't do it. But now, through you, and I am learning something better, and I hope I will put into good use in my future years, in the past, present, and future. Thank you very much, Mataji. What else can I say?
You are the most active participant, Mataji.
Namaste, Koti Namaskaram to you.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you for your participation every day and your questions and your input. Hare Krishna, Mataji. It was a pleasure. And this is not the last class, by the way. We will be meeting always in future also.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Take care, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mitravinda Mataji. Finally. Unmute Mataji. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
I wanted to say, my I experienced
your voice is breaking, Mataji.
Oh, I apologize. Can you hear me better?
No, still breaking.
Can you hear me now?
Kind of. Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, please, that my voice is. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. Go ahead. I'll try to make out. You just speak and I'll see if I can make out.
Hi, Krishna. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I just wanted to say Thank you so much, Archana Bhakti Devi Dasi. Please accept my obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This has been a truly enlightening and supportive and nourishing discourse on Anumana pramana and Shabda Pramana, these various aspects of knowledge, information.
We are losing you again. I don't hear your voice again.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
It just supports our desires to serve Krishna, to know Krishna and Radha better, and to act in a way that honors the connection and the vows that either we have taken or will take. I appreciate, as Mother Mother Vatsala Ashok said, your aspects of teaching are very nourishing in a world where quarrel or supremacy, false supremacy, in the vein of educating actually does a disservice to the education. You know, you're very compassionate and patient, which is a extremely wonderful quality. I want to also appreciate your time, efforts, because it's it's too seldom that we get together as jivas and female bodies to come and nourish and appreciate each other, and also to ultimately learn more about Radha and Krishna and this process. So I want to thank you. My daughter and I thank you. I appreciate you as a jiva in a female body, a mother, a wife, and a member of our direct community, the Ben Salem Bhakti Vriksha community, and for all the classes that you give in this area. I really, truly do. And I look forward to every class that you have going forward. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mitravinda Mataji, for your kind words. Thank you, thank you. Hare Krishna. Sham Priya Mataji. Actually, Padma Krishnan Mataji, sorry. Padma Krishnan Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Thanks a lot to all the Acharyas, Vaishnava Acharyas of the Sampradaya. And due to their mercy, we got the association of you and Venugopal Prabhu. And also thanks to ISKCON Daiva Varnashrama Ministry. And we have learned a lot. Like at the very outset, we only knew like a little about Anumana Pramana, Pratyaksha Pramana, and Shabda Pramana. But why we should not take the other two Pramanas, and how Shabda Pramana is the NDS, was very nicely explained to you by you. And like everyone said, you had a very nice smiling disposition and a very kind voice, by which actually, you know, we are able to connect with you. Like now suppose certain subjects are really boring, like maths. Unless you have a good teacher, you cannot understand. The same with philosophy, unless it is taught properly by a good teacher, you will lose interest in it. But you kept that interest in me till the end of this class. And I'm so grateful to you, Mataji. And when you were talking about the Daiva Varnashrama ministry, I was reminded of His Highness Shiva, what's his name? Shiva Swami Maharaj, right?
I don't know, Mataji.
Budapest. He started
Shivram Maharaj.
Shivram Swami.
Yes.
When you were talking about the Daiva Varnashrama, it reminded me of how successfully he has done that in Budapest, and how many people are going to visit. And I used to always wonder, when will we have such a Daiva ashrama in our country? This is actually, you know, something we look forward to, Mataji. So this knowledge has been immense, and we have to keep listening to your audios again and again, so that, you know, it will sink in deep. And thanks to the association of all these devotees, and especially the little one Manasvi, due to which we are inspired to listen to more. You know, she was so cute and so intelligent, and she was understanding everything by the mercy of the Lord. We wish to get the same mercy like her, Mataji. Thank you. Nothing else, Mataji, to add. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranams.
Dandavat Pranam, Mataji. Thank you so much for your kind words, and I agree with you about Manasvi. Thank you. Megha Kumari, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
I do not know how to glorify you, Mataji. Just in simple words, I can say that I really love this course a lot, Mataji. And especially as Mataji said, your smiling face, the way you delivered. Actually, I didn't have an idea that such a logical explanation is there as to how Shastras can be established. You know, like I came to Bhakti through my Prabhuji after my marriage. It's 5 years of my marriage now. So I mainly he is my association. I don't have a lot of Mataji association apart from him. So listening to so many Matajis and their questions and answers and such a forum, it was, I mean, it's very, I really loved to be a part of it. And I've never seen a course where somebody waits till the last question is answered. You know, it is so, so overwhelming, and so it gives such a personal feeling that, you know, people are actually caring about the people. It's not that time up and time up. Matlab, to the last question is answered, you all are stretching, Mataji, and answering all the questions. Really grateful to you, Mataji, and I really look forward for the further courses. And today, what you mentioned about the community and all, it really opened up a lot of ideas. Like, wow, is this even possible in today's world? That's so amazing. So
Yes.
yeah, thank you so much, Mataji, for opening these new doors for me. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Shampriya Mataji. Shampriya Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Pranam Mataji. Sorry,
Pranam
actually, I joined the class before, but due to some unavoidable work, I have to leave the class. I will definitely listen to the recordings, but I thought there will be one more class on Monday, but unfortunately, this is the last class. Actually, I
was
joined
also
now.
not sure.
I just hanker for one more class. Just I don't have so many participants have already actually said whatever I want to say, and I just wanted to express that I was just hankering for the association of some senior Mataji, and just I got one. It's all Lord's mercy. I'm just saying that I was just hankering and searching that I can get association of some senior Mataji is very good in philosophy and very sound in all the Shastric concepts, and I just got you. And actually, I also thank Venugopal Prabhu for sending me the course link, and so that I was able to join the course. And it was highly enlightening course, and the way you explained was really remarkable. Very much actually admire your patience also in answering the questions, and also I just keep on bothering you by sending you the personal messages also. So just to thank you for that, and you so patiently answered all the questions. Actually, my Gurudev also very much wants that Matajis get together and discuss some spiritual topics. So that's very nice that I got that group in when Matajis can get together and really discuss such topics. And I will definitely be eager to for your next upcoming course to join. And always seek your association, always. So thank you so much, Mataji, for all the association, and I will definitely eager in the future to have more courses and your association. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you very much. Yes, and last Tilagavati Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranamam, Mataji.
Dandavat Pranam, Mataji.
We are very blessed to have you, Mataji. And we learned NDS, non-defective sabda, from NDS, non-defective sabda.
You learned NDS from NDS. I didn't understand.
Because no sabda is non-defective sabda.
Acha. No.
So,
Jiva Goswami Shabda. Yes, non-defective.
And I have to thank you and thank
Venugopal Prabhu.
Prabhupada, Venugopal Prabhu. And I am from Chennai. So I got this link from Chennai Mataji, one of the Mataji, Bhakti Prema Mataji. we conducted Damodar Aarti in our home. So that time she have given me this link to join, because I am associated with ISKCON more than 20 years, but because of my materialistic life, I could not progress further. So I did not attend any course like this. First time I attended, and I have achieved all the 20 years of missing the whatever I missed. I have achieved, my Mataji, in one course.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna. So I have to thank you, Mataji. I am expecting more classes as from you only.
Thank you. Thank you for your wonderful participation and questions, Mataji. Thank you. In the
Hare
class. Hare
Hare.
Krishna. Subhadra Mataji. Sohini Mataji. 1 second, I'll unmute you. Yes, Mataji.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Benugopal Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisance of Srila Prabhupada. Sorry, I was not a good participant, but I was listening. Like I know Mataji for everyone. The people might think, oh, she was just giving a class and she was in video, she will be smiling. But I know her, she is from Philadelphia. She's always like the same. She was like always smiling, never gets irritated. I've never seen her getting upset for anything. You can ask her any question. She patiently says that. And how much I liked your class and how much I enjoyed this, I can say, because I work, Mataji, right? I have my meetings all set up from 8:30, but I pushed every meeting till 10 o'clock. But sometimes but 2 days I could not, because those meetings I had to attend, like I had to speak. But what I did is I had your class going on in one ear and the meeting in other ear, and I had my video on, so people know, okay, I'm attending the meeting, but I was listening. That's what I can just say, that validate whatever all Matajis were saying, that I was like, oh my God. And by Krishna's mercy, every meeting ended in 15 minutes or 10 minutes. Never ever, 1 hour meeting was ending in 10 minutes. And after that, people will say how it was, the meeting ended in 10 minutes. I'm like, Krishna's arrangement. So thank you so much, Mataji. It was very nice. And because I knew that 2 days I will have meetings, so I read Venugopal's Prabhuji's book, like he sent that 108-page book. And Mataji, you covered every single thing so nicely, as if you have mugged up the whole 108 pages. That helped so much. Like I read that book before, I knew that I'm not going to, maybe I'll be a little bit distracted during the call. So I kind of read that to see, it's so nice. And I'm so indebted to Venugopal Prabhu also for giving this opportunity to our Archana Bhaktika Mataji. And we definitely, Mataji, I'll be looking forward for more classes from you, like other Matajis were saying. And I was so grateful to all the association of all the Vaishnavis. So nice conversation, so nice question and answer people were asking. And I remember on Thursday of Thanksgiving, Venugopal Prabhu stayed, he stressed himself till only maybe 11 or 12 people were there. In the end, he said, I got defeated, you guys are still in the call, and he was answering. And that was it was getting so late. And that day also, of course, we were going to New Vrindavan, Mataji. We were on the car driving. So I stayed that way to listen what Prabhuji was answering, and his answers were so much, no words to express, so knowledgeable and everything. We're really indebted. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Subhadra Mataji.
I am Vengo.
Yes,
yes, Mataji. Mataji, actually, whatever book you are seeing, that book is actually Archana Bhakti Mataji only compiled. She wrote my name.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, that
makes
is
sense.
Yeah. So from the lectures, actually, from my lectures, she heard many times. Maybe one lecture, I gave this course before, and for each lecture, maybe sometimes 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours also it takes. And she was hearing all the lectures and making proper sentences and compiling. She took so many days and so many months also. And then she prepared the whole book. And then after that, she landed this course. So she did a lot of hard work, Mataji. You cannot expect it. You cannot imagine, actually. Okay.
I think Mataji's Prabhu, like, Rasa Chaitanya Prabhu was telling me that. So right before this class, when Gopal Prabhu, I met Rasa Chaitanya Prabhu in one of the program, and Mataji was not there. So I said, Prabhuji, Mataji. Then Prabhu said, oh, she's preparing. You remember? I said, yeah, for the class. So then Prabhuji said to me that her ticket is already booked. So I thought that, then I said, oh, when is she going? I thought maybe she's going to India to give the class. Then Prabhu says, I said, so when is she going? Then Prabhu is like, no, her ticket for up is already booked. I'm like, Prabhuji, I thought she's going to India. You are sending her back to Krishna already. So Rasa Chaitanya Prabhu sees that. He's like, Mataji, 24 hours he's busy in devotional service doing something. Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Subhadra Mataji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And finally, my sister, Chinmay Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రణామ్స్ మాతాజీ. మీరే
Pranam.
నేను తెలుగులో చెప్తాను, ఇంగ్లీష్లో అయితే నేను ప్రాపర్గా చెప్పలేను. వేణుగోపాల్ ప్రభు యాక్చువల్గా మా బ్రదరు, మాతాజీ ఏమో మా సిస్టరు. ప్రభుజీ ఎప్పుడు అంటారు, ఎప్పుడు పిచ్చి దాంట్లో నవ్వుతా ఉంటావు అని. కానీ నేను ఎప్పుడు ప్రభుని అంటాను, మాతాజీ నాకంటారు మీరు చూడండి మన అక్క ఎలా నవ్వుతా ఉంటుందో, ఈవెన్ క్లాసులు ఇస్తున్నా సరే నవ్వుతూనే ఉంటారు ఆమె అని చెప్పేదాన్ని అనమాట. యాక్చువల్గా మాతాజీ బుక్ రాశారు, రాసిన తర్వాత అది నాకు పంపించారు. అందులో నాకు యాక్చువల్గా ఇంగ్లీష్ రాదు ప్రాపర్గా, బట్ స్టిల్ నేనేమో మాతాజీని చాలా వరకు ఏం చేయదాన్ని, మాతాజీ ఇక్కడ తప్పులు ఉన్నాయి చూడండి, ఇక్కడ స్పెల్లింగ్ మిస్టేక్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఆ మిస్టేక్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఈ మిస్టేక్స్ ఉన్నాయి అని చాలాసార్లు చెప్పాను అనమాట. ఇమీడియట్ గా మాతాజీ దాన్ని చూసి కరెక్ట్ చేసేవాళ్ళు. బట్ ఈ రోజు నాకు అర్థమైంది మాతాజీ లెవెల్ ఏంటనేది. ఈ రోజు కాదు, నాకు మొదటి నుంచే తెలుసు, బట్ స్టిల్ అయినా సరే నేను తనలో ఉన్న లోపాలని ఒక్కోసారి ఎంచడానికి ప్రయత్నించేదాన్ని. కానీ మాతాజీ ఏ రోజు కూడా నువ్వేంటి అలాగ అంటావు అని ఒక్క రోజు కూడా అనలే. ఈవెన్ ఎలాంటి మాట చెప్పినా సరే తను యాక్సెప్ట్ చేసేదనమాట. అంటే ఒక శుద్ధ భక్తులు ఏ రకంగా ఇప్పుడు తృణాదపి సునేచేన తరోరపి సహిష్ణుని అంటారే, సో మాతాజీలో అలాంటి క్వాలిటీస్ యాక్చువల్ గా ఉన్నాయి. తన సహనం, ఇప్పుడు ఇంట్లో తనకి ఇన్ని పనులు ఉంటాయి, బట్ స్టిల్ అయినా సరే నేను ఇసిగిపోయేదాన్ని. మాతాజీ ఇంతసేపు క్లాస్ అయిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ప్రశ్నలకి కనీసం 1 అవర్ 1.5 అవర్ ఒక్కొక్క రోజు ఇంతసేపు ఎలాగుంటారు అనుకుండేదాన్ని. ఇంట్లో పిల్లలు ఉన్నారు, ఇవన్నీ ఎప్పుడు చేసుకుని ఇవన్నీ మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ ఇంతసేపు ఇక్కడ వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నారు అని అనుకుండేదాన్ని అనమాట. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఒక భక్తురాల్లో, ఒక శుద్ధ భక్తురాలకి ఎంత సహనం ఉంటది అనేది మాతాజీని చూసి నేర్చుకోవచ్చు అనమాట. అలాగే వేణుగోపాల్ ప్రభు కూడా, ప్రభుజీ మీకు ఇంక వేరే పని ఉండదా, ఎప్పుడు మీరే వండుకోవాలి, తినాలి, ఇవన్నీ చెయ్యాలి, దోముకోవాలి, ఎంతసేపు ఇక్కడే ఉంటారు, త్వరగా కంప్లీట్ చేయరంటే ప్రభుజీ అనేవాళ్ళు, అందరికీ కూడా ఈ భక్తి అంటే ఏంటనేది తెలియజేయాలి అని చెప్తా ఉంటారనమాట. అది ప్రభులో ఉన్న గొప్పతనం. ఆ ప్రభుని చూసి మన మాతాజీ అక్క తను ఈ క్వాలిటీస్ అన్ని ముందే ఉండుంటాయి, బట్ స్టిల్ ఇప్పుడు వేణుగోపాల్ ప్రభుని చూసి ఆమె నేర్చుకున్నది ఏంటో నాకు అర్థమైంది. హరి బోల్. హరే కృష్ణ.
Hare
థ్యాంక్ యూ
Krishna.
మాతాజీ.
Thank you. Thank you,
ప్రభు.
Mataji.
హరి బోల్.
Hare Krishna. So Chinmay Mataji is saying that Venugopal Prabhu is my brother and Archana Bhakti Mataji is my sister. So she is the one who actually, after I compiled it, the book in English, then she translated it into Telugu. She's appreciating the book and my efforts. And also she said, when Venugopal Prabhu, he is staying, he has to go home and he has to cook and he has to clean, he has to do all that work. And you can imagine he has his department, ISKCON Daiva Varnashram Ministry. He goes to the field every day, to the farm, taking care of, he's doing agricultural production there. He's also seeing the land department. And then in the evening, he has to go home and he has to cook. But in spite of all that, you see, when I give class, anytime I say, when I want him to answer the question, as soon as I say, he's right there. That means he's there available for all the students. And not only that, like Subhadra Mataji said, for the questions also, until the end, until the last person he stays, how much patience he has. So she's saying, today I can understand that Archana Bhakti Mataji, she learned these things by studying under Venugopal Prabhu. I wanted to say also that whatever you're appreciating in me, I am his baby. He made me, okay? Whatever I speak, it's not mine. All the words, the sentences, the ideas, whatever the emotions, whatever he has put into his classes, his mission, he just, you know, I just picked a little bit of that and I'm just representing it, really. So we are all really grateful to him. And it's not like today is the last day. We have a big mission, right? As we discussed in the class, this is the beginning, this is not the end. And the family has to grow and the mission has to spread. We should reach out to everyone on the whole planet, right? Our lives will be over, but the mission will continue. So we should offer from our side whatever we can. One more thing that I want to tell you, during this course, what happened was, when the day when I actually went over time, yes, remember, I covered more. After 1.5 hours, then I taught a new subject. He was the one who was really concerned. His concern was that all these students, Mataji, they came prepared for 1.5 hours. They have other things to do. Maybe they have some jobs, maybe they have some work to do, and they joined this course wanting to learn something. You have deprived them of that subject. 1.5 hours you simply talked, repeated whatever was said before, and after everyone left, a few people were remaining. Now you start a new course. He said, like a mother, when a mother is cooking, she's cooking for the children. If she knows the children are not going to eat, she will not cook. She won't cook for herself to eat. Similarly, the teacher, I'm just telling you the heart of the teacher, right? He is the teacher. He's saying the teacher will teach so that the students will grasp that subject, they will learn it. If you know that the students are not getting, then what is the point in your teaching? Are you teaching for your own pleasure or you're teaching so that they will get it? It was totally, completely out of his concern and feeling for the students that he corrected me, chastised me that day. And I took it really well. I was very happy that he did that. And that's why I say we need that, somebody who can correct us when we, like the non-defective shabda, correcting the other pramanas when they make mistakes. We need that. Someone who will correct us, isn't it? So yes, we are all really very, very, very grateful to Prabhuji. And let's hope. And it's not that I'm going to be the only speaker. Don't think like that. All of us, right? Everyone can become speakers and everyone need to come up to that standard. For us to speak, first you grasp the subject properly, understand it, and then you share it with others. That's all is required. As it is, like Bhagavad Gita as it is. You learn the subject as it is, and then you present it as it is. And we need many, 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 many more teachers. How many people are there on this planet? We have to reach out to everyone. How can one person reach out to everyone? So now we have, whatever number of students we have here, that has to multiply more and more. And you should have your own groups where you're teaching this course. You have the material now. Please teach it to others. Okay?
Hare Krishna. Namaste ji.
Yes, Mataji.
Because my name was shown on the screen, that's why I'm speaking again. I want to thank both of you. That is from Venugopal Prabhuji and you, Mataji. Because just like you said that you forgot the time and you were going on speech, giving speech. That I have the same tendency. Every Wednesday we have got a Bhagavatam class. Usually they ask me to deliver some lecture. And when once I begin my lecture, I don't know where to stop. But they enjoyed it. Still, as somebody mentioned to you, that they have got other works also. So they have to go their work. I should not stop them. Still, when I was speaking of Sri Krishna, I forget myself and I go on speaking and speaking. And then day before yesterday also, when I was given the opportunity to deliver lecture on Krishna's strategies to win Kurukshetra war, I asked for I asked for Venugopal Prabhuji's some tips. And he gave me some tips also. It was very useful to me. And when I delivered the same thing to my group, they were very much astonished. Oh, how could you come to this kind of knowledgeable stories? How? Then I told them. They say I have joined the group in Sanatana. The singer group, not our Tamil Gita group, but some group from Hyderabad Telugu group, but they deliver very Arcana Bhakti Devi, dasi, very beautifully she is delivering lecture. That is why, and when there was an administrator also, I asked for his help and he gave me some tips. That is why I was able to give you such a beautiful lecture. So thank you so much, Mataji and Prabhuji. Thank you so much for everything. I may be the eldest member of this family, I think so. I am 86. Still, I am a novice in learning. I don't know anything at all. But because Krishna's mercy, I was able to join this group, this Tamil Gita group, and Dr. Tamil Selvi introduced me to this group also. Because of you, I have learned so many things. Thank you so much. You made me happy. Being an elderly person is not so easy to lead your life on. Still, I am very happy. I feel very happy because of your lectures. I was contemplating on it. Oh, she has said something. And when I was going through the lecture again and again, very systematic. And that is, nobody can argue against it. That's Śāstra Pramaṇam. You were explaining, it is shown in your lecture also. Thank you so much, Mataji. If I have taken so much of your time, please forgive me. Just like I said, I don't know where to stop. Thank you so much. And Prabhuji, thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Finally, we'll take Bhavna Mataji and Vatsala Mataji again. Okay, Bhavna Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, everyone. And like certainly, God has His own plans. What I would like to say is, thoughts would lead to action. So you have given us a thought that there should be like community which is self-sufficient, which will give you long time satsanga, and like will take back to God's head, right? So I would totally be thankful to all of you. And if you all remember the day when my question was that I was in a dilemma, should I hear or should I do Nam Jap? So I was doing chanting very just to meet the numbers. But now last night I had message to Archana Bhakti Mataji also that I was up at around 2 in the night and till now I am working. And I would have done like more than 10K japas today. So thankful. It's like it increases bhakti to hear the Vedas and their Mahatmya again and again. So we certainly want to look forward to more such classes, and the spiritual community that you want to build up. Certainly we will contribute as much as we can, like to our peers and neighbors. And also in the ISKCON Bhakti group, we'll continue to kind of propagate this idea so that it reaches everyone and the like-minded people can stay happily together. So thanks a lot. It's all God's plan that we all got connected, and I hope everybody goes back to Godhead. And last night I also shared one of my poem to Mataji. Like I do write, but the small wordings that were like that the saath ye hamesha rahega. It could be this this abode or some other, but the satsanga and like all the premi bhaktajan, they'll stay together. That's my wish
Hari Bol.
forever. Hari Bol,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Mataji. Hare
Thanks a
Krishna.
lot.
Thank you
Thanks a
so
lot,
much.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you. Vatsala Mataji.
Mataji,
Ah.
thank you so much. Please accept my humble obeisances, and Prabhuji also. And you were apologizing to us for going overtime. That is the, great attitude in you. We like teachers. We always go overboard. I was a teacher. Sometimes I really have to curb myself not to talk, say stop talking. So but we were love to listen to you, but not every one of them, or one of us, included there, had the time, because we cannot think about only ourselves. We have to think about other people also. We should mind others business also. So I think you were really humble. You accepted, and apologized to us. That is very commendable behavior. We always see you in a very, very sober, nicest mood from the beginning of time I have met you. And it is so nice to know you. I haven't really moved with you that much, listen to your classes, but when you were humbling yourselves to apologize for the overtime, that I said, oh my God, she is the person we have to hold on to. Okay. And you were really good. I didn't know you compiled all the things in English. That is very commendable. And Krishna gave this. Thank God you are living close to Philadelphia. That is really good. We can listen to more and more lectures. And I just wanted to say, say my appreciation to both of you and your patience and love for teaching. And please keep up your good work. You are like my daughter to me. Mataji is not the 86, but I am going in there. I'm in the 70s age group, but I still have enthusiasm. I have to take care of all the work myself. Nobody is here to help you out. So I do most of my driving, everything myself. So, it is good. Krishna is with me. That I accept it completely. So this listening to Bhagavatam and your lectures also motivates me to learn more, stay in the path of bhakti. Thank you. Take care of
Thank you,
yourself.
Mataji.
We love to listen to you again.
Thank you, Vatsala Mataji. So, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Let me quickly go over the chat. Saudamini Mataji is saying, Mataji, what was the language in which the Vedas were imparted from Brahma to the rishis? They're in Sanskrit. Ripened fruit of all knowledge. Okay. So all of you have downloaded. Speaking about Varnashram, if you have not, then we'll send it in the group also. But if you can, just download from the chat.
Okay.
Revati Mataji is saying, Revati Senthil Kumar Mataji is saying, thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Saudamini Mataji is saying, congratulations. Excellent speech by Mataji in all sessions. Hare Krishna. Vatsala Mataji is saying, excellent work, Archana Bhakti Mataji. Now I know why NSP, NDS, I believe in Vedas. Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost non-defective Shabda. Thank you both. Please give us many more classes. I'm indebted to you. Lata Ishwar Mataji saying, Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you for imparting us with the knowledge of Śāstra Pramaṇam course. I will have to leave. Okay. Parvati Sridevi Mataji saying, thank you Mataji for... One second. Thank you for imparting... Krishna. Śāstra Pramaṇam knowledge. The smiling and simpler way of your explanation is adorable. Thank you, Mataji. Ramya Mohan Mataji saying, Hare Krishna, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. It was a very nice session. Please do have more sessions like this. Revati Mataji saying, Mataji is from ISKCON Philadelphia. Ramcharan Prabhu's wife, Mataji. Thanks, Mataji, for teaching this course. Looking forward to more in future. Sundari Priya Mataji saying, Hare Krishna, Dandavats, Dandvat Pranams, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for this wonderful online course. All glories to our Acharyas and all our humble devotees to spread this eternal perfect Vedic knowledge so academically sound and with patience and visual whiteboard also. By the way, that whiteboard is also Venugopal Prabhu's idea. I never used whiteboard before. He told me to get one whiteboard before the course started. And you'll see in his classes always he uses whiteboards. Okay. Really insightful. Thank you so much. All the best for the preaching efforts, Mataji. Srila Prabhupada would be so proud of you. I would like to connect for future courses too. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yes. Then Kalyani Mataji, aspiring for Telugu classes for women's responsibilities and raising children and spiritual path and many more. Okay. Vatsala Mataji, my humble pranam to you. Venugopal Prabhuji, Srila Prabhupada and Sri Krishna include all the munchkins. They create enthusiasm in all of us. Young and old contribute so much for this community. Okay. Like this, Chinmayi Mataji, Kusma Mataji, Sumukhi Sadhvi Mataji, saying such a wonderful course. Kusuma Mataji is also saying, I felt so much happy in your association, Mataji. Initially, I'm a student of Kalyani Mataji. She sent me this course link. Okay. Then Brinda Yadugiri Mataji saying thank you, Dandvat Pranam. Anuja Pillai Mataji is also saying Hari Bol, forever indebted to you, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for being our lighthouse to Krishna's lotus feet. May Krishna's mercy be always bestowed on all of us. Hari Bol. Mitravinda Mataji saying thank you, Devi. Please list current classes on your WhatsApp for me. Hopefully, we will have an etiquette class to protect community. Etiquette class. Swati Mataji is saying thank you for imparting knowledge about creation like this. And Padma Krishna Mataji is saying wonderful course, wonderful teacher. Hare Krishna. Thank you all so much. It was a wonderful course and it was a pleasure, my pleasure, teaching this course. As those of you who are teachers, you know, when you teach, actually you reinforce your own understanding of the subject. It's a wonderful journey, and I'm also looking forward to many more opportunities like this, and also would like to see all of you teaching also. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Jiva Goswami ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Grace Venugopal Prabhu ki jai. Śāstra Pramaṇam course ki jai. Samaveta ladies Bhakta Vrind ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.